At the moment, Lucifer is with Gorm, waiting in Barrismel, and Bunny is off doing her own thing. If by thing I mean Kaido, and more like Kaido. And Kargar is
She blew
missing.
his mind.
So
She had an awesome role.
Kargar is missing, which actually at the moment, with the current present characters, leaves us with Dante and Remy, who have just approached where Kargar should have been and is not. What do?
Oh, fuck.
Good call.
That's such a weird pair up that the only two that are together are Dante and Remy.
Yeah, it is a little funky.
I'm so
'Cause there's no-
confused
there's no-
because he wasn't here the
there's no-
entire time.
There's no Urafu and there's no Agios. Yeah, that makes sense.
Technically, if we want to get technical, Erufu and Agios are also with you.
Yes.
However,
yes.
they have just been teleported to the ethereal plane and therefore cannot interact with anything in the material plane. You don't know why at the moment.
Sign language it is.
Oh, and Daniel is with Lizella on the Pegasus, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Currently flying over the Eldar Woods.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it's the Mind Flayers. But what are we gonna do? We need someone to save Kargar, but Gorm needs us back. What are we gonna do?
Didn't find out what it was.
It's fine.
Chris, you have to speak up if you're way back there.
He was talking to me.
Oh no, it's something you didn't need to hear.
Oh, okay. I need to hear everything.
No, you don't, Kargar.
Currently, Remy is talking to you, Dante.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly,
My phone is like lagging behind a lot.
Oh.
Okay.
I said, oh no, Kargar is missing. I'm like, what are we gonna do?
I just sent that to Max. I said, "Oh no, Kargar's missing. What will we do?"
No.
Yes.
That's
basically what I
maybe
said.
you wandered off.
We have a short 1 minute of grieving.
It's not a. It's
1 minute is way.
Alrighty, so Andy and Kyle are now going to stop talking, and Chris is going to resume talking.
I'm like, oh no, maybe he's walked off.
It's not a coincidence that there's mind flayers in the forest, and now Kargar's gone. I thought he was with Daniel, but he's just missing. And I say, what are we gonna do? We can't not find him, but Gorm needs us. It's an emergency.
He's quite capable.
Have you met Kargar?
Yes, he's quite capable.
Of
In
falling
combat,
on his
as
own
we-
face and mucking things up.
It's his problem. We have deeper problems.
We don't know that. You don't know what Gorm's problem is.
If
Remy-
he pulled us away, it's important.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Remy
fair.
is so torn. Like, she definitely doesn't want to leave him behind, but she's also afraid for Gorm because the whole prophecy and it's Gorm.
You have a Gorm sending stone, right?
Hopefully, Bunny
She's
will-
already used it today.
Yeah, it was the
Oh.
message that we had to return. It was an emergency.
I see.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Reiterate?
Huh?
Reiterate?
Hopefully Bunny will maybe catch him when she's done doing what she's doing. Cause I don't know. He's here, there's no trace. I don't know what exactly we can do right now.
So we were at the edge of the forest. We're not too far from Hincaster.
No, not at all.
Huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, you didn't say that in a snarky way. For a second, I wasn't sure. So what I would say is, I would say we could maybe send a note to her about Kargar. But I need to get back to Gorm. What do you think you want to do?
On the same boat.
Boat.
All right.
Yes.
Pirate
I'll
puns.
leave a message in Hincaster for Bunny, and it says Kargar's gone missing. We think it's mind flayers in the woods, but I need to get to Gorm. We may have bigger problems. Kargar according to Dante, can take care of himself? Question mark. Please look into this.
So how do you plan on getting this message to Bunny?
I will go up to one of the villagers and I will tell them that is he called a chieftain? Is that
I know.
the leader of the village?
He went by Chief. Chieftain is fine.
Okay. I'd be like, the lady that's with the chieftain has an urgent message. Could you please give this to them? It's about the mind flayers in the woods.
Yes, certainly. And they take the note.
Awesome.
So I want you to know I was going to roll a fate die to see if they cared enough or remembered during the party after taking the note. But then you went the chieftain, and I was like, oh, they probably, once you bring up Kaido, they care. And then you doubled down with the mind flayers. And I was like,
what I was
they give
thinking.
way too much of a shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Especially if the mind flayers are active out of season, you know?
Yes. All right, so yeah, they take that note and they hurry along.
I don't know if you did it on purpose, Max. My birthday's in August, so.
My birthday is also in August, so.
Hey!
Are you both Leos?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why we get along.
Oh, only way to be.
I mean, I'm a Gemini. We're pretty sweet.
Lions are
My
the only cool
sister's
ones.
a Gemini.
Lions
She's
are
a
the only
whore.
cool ones.
What am I?
Anyway.
Did you just say she's a whore?
No, anyway. No, I love my sister.
Moving on.
Is she actually a Gemini?
Yes, she is a Gemini.
I hope your sister watches the stream. I'm just kidding.
Geminis can be
I think
salty
she's
and
black.
sweet.
She's a little more on the salty side.
Miss a
Or
salty
either
and
of
sweet out of her.
I have not been sucking sweet out of my sister, thank you. Okay.
Well, yeah, you'd be sucking salty. It's not sweet, it's salty.
Okay, so you guys start to go through the Eldar
Do
Woods.
not say. You understand?
Are we on stream? Should we stop the stream? All right, so
I was like, we are on stream, but-
you
We're talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
Max immediately kills Kyle.
yeah. Kargar's not missing; he's dead. All right, so
He is now part of
Cool.
the
You fine
board.
with that?
so you guys start going through the Eldar Woods, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna put a
Sorry,
pause on that. I imagine you two are in a bit of a hurry, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
so
traveling at a
we're
more than
cutting
fast
through
pace.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not taking the path, we're cutting through.
Oh, you're not taking the path; you're running through the woods.
Yeah, that would make sense,
Do
right?
you agree to this, Remy?
I remember that the woods are very dangerous and we should stay on the path. Is that-
No, what it was is that the woods are dangerous to people who are known dragons. Anyone else is just woods.
Okay. Yeah, then let's cut through it. You and I can tag team anything, right?
So then basically, yeah.
Yep.
So then basically what's going to end up happening is in a day and a half, Daniel and Mazella will make it to Bearsmell. Since they're on foot and slightly slower, but taking a direct route because of the urgency, in 2 days, you two will make it to Bearsmell. And now we are going to cut to Bunny. So Bunny, it's now towards the end of that night. And,
She's recovering.
You are very sore.
recovering is
everywhere.
it's not a horrible word. You and Kaido you're finished, but you have not left the head chief tent because neither of you feel like moving anymore. And finally, with no noise coming from the tent, you hear like a knock on one of the wooden posts that make up the tent. And Kaido just says, "Come in." He doesn't seem to care. So, do you cover up? What does Bunny do? Because Kaido just...
Is there like sheets?
Yeah, sure. There are sheets. You're on his bed.
Okay. Then
And for
I
the
would
record,
think
in case anyone was curious, that's Kaido.
Yeah, hung.
Yeah, Jack
Lovely.
Gunson.
Look at that
Okay.
belt. Mm-hmm.
You
And
got-
he's
you got-
technically
you- so
large.
you got some chocolate.
That's how
in
big
that
he is
bunny?
in game.
You got some-
No. Anyways, I would think that. Well, but Bunny's she's covered in fur, so
She's not worried about it.
I wouldn't think she's worried about
I mean,
it.
Okay.
you could have had Bunny just walk up naked, not caring. So
Oh yeah, you've done that to Kleina before too, I think.
A little different. Her and Klein are girlfriends, you know?
Well,
Like,
sometimes
She's done it to
girls just
not
want to have
Kleina,
fun.
too.
I don't know. I wouldn't give a shit if I walked up to Chris naked. I might give a shit if I walk up to random stranger B naked, you know? Like, I don't know.
True.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm a free-loving hippie, so it doesn't. My opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, you are.
But how else is Chris going to give you a blowjob unless you're naked?
Skirt up the skirt.
Are you insinuating I would give my father a blowjob?
I believe he is, son.
Okay. So you get a message from Remy.
Totally.
It
Life-
says what Remy
life is
said earlier,
meaningless.
Bunny.
Why
What do you
do we exist?
So I would think that Bunny like hears it and she's like, God fucking damn it, and she just lays back down and she's like sighs heavily. Okay, this is something I gotta do now. And yeah, and then she's just like, okay, Kaido, this is great, this is fun. I would say,
will help you.
yeah, I'm saying, what, would you want to help me with this situation?
Mind flayers in the woods, baby.
Help you with what?
There are mind flayers active out of season, and I think that's something that I need to investigate, especially if they took one of my friends.
I do indeed think that is important enough to investigate. And he stands up and grabs his big old literal fuck mace. Like, goddamn, look at that thing. You can see it.
That has a large shaft.
He must be dual wielding because he definitely has 2 fuck maces.
So anyway, and then he puts on his battle skirt, right? And he's got his mace at his side, and he's ready to go.
He's as
and then all of a sudden, you guys hear an explosion coming from outside. So Kaido hears that and bursts out the front of his tent to see one of the other smaller, they're all like tents or crudely constructed buildings. Nothing is very good. That seems rubbled. And the party and the orgies that were already dying down naturally, everything has stopped as everyone looks down, look to the southeast area, right?
Is it her dad? I fucking told you.
We see a giant pirate ship coming up.
I fucking told you'd be a problem.
It's her dad and her brother lover.
No one can get here.
So they are currently too far away to dock. They cannot sail through the ice. But they have been launching cannonballs at quite the large distance. You suspect that is due to your father, as you would know your father is an expert at machinery, specifically enjoys wielding a cannon in his offhand, as we may or may not recall. So,
you should have just made his hand a cannon.
Can I have a question? Where's that penguin come from? It's adorable. Please tell me it's a murderous pet.
You may or may not find out.
Actually, the penguin is another child. It's his little... The penguin will eventually grow up
into
a big penguin.
That would be unlikely.
I will say that Dante and Bunny would know that the penguin is a clockwork creation he made.
Okay.
And he coated it in penguin skin to make it look realistic and gave it false eyes.
Oh god! That sounds so creepy.
He early in his career had the penguin when he started to become obsessed with like animals and such, and then he discovered Bunny, and then subsequently Zephyr and Dante. In a way,
brother Bunny.
It's a big brother robot penguin.
No.
So many questions and not enough answers.
Is the penguin male or female? I'm just kidding.
It is gender neutral as it is a construct.
Robots can have penises or vaginas.
No, this one does not.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
So
you
what
just
happens?
imagine if he is specifically made it genitalia?
Kaido.
You might want to make it. Actually, he made a penguin. You want to make it as real as possible. Give it a cloaca or whatever. Yeah.
Kaido looks to the woods and then looks to the boat and seems very torn. And he understands that if mind flayers are on their way from the north, he needs to be able to answer that because he doesn't want them stealing villagers. At the same time, he does not. He is very confident, as mighty as his entire village is. Nobody can stand the wrath of Greybeard, so he's a little on the fence on the situation.
Quick, everybody to the woods.
Run towards the mind flayers.
Can't take them all
So
down.
What do you say anything, Bunny, or?
I would think that Bunny says, "Fuck," like when she sees the ship, and then she tells Kaido, "I can't be here. I'm gonna make this more. I'm gonna get you guys in danger if I stay here."
I think it's very possible we are already in danger. I don't know if you are leaving makes us less in danger. Besides, and he pats you on your head and he says, "I don't want you traveling alone through the woods if there are mine."
Okay, but he kind of just like looks down a little bit and blushes, and she's like, "Well, then what do you suggest we do?"
He cannot get to us. He can only shoot his cannons. If we can find a way to stop that, and then as he says that, another cannonball crashes into another building. If we can find a way to stop that, then we could stop his current onslaught and focus on our defenses.
If he's only aiming at buildings, just have no one be in the buildings.
That makes a really good point. Okay.
So, Bunny, you would notice, Bunny, what is your passive insight or investigation, whichever is higher?
13.
13? I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So you pirated with your father before. You're very familiar with how he operates. He has a lot of cannons on his ship. If he were laying down cannon fire, this whole village would already be like half gone. Like only 2 cannonballs have gone through the conversation, which you can interpret as one of 2 things, and you're not sure which. With only a 13. Either A, he only has 1 cannon with enough reach to hit this village, or B, he's not immediately trying to level the village. Perhaps this is an overly offensive warning, and you're not sure which of those 2 things to take away.
Could I do an insight check or investigation, maybe, or to like figure out?
I would allow you a history check.
History, for sure.
To hit Bunny?
Could be.
19.
Third option.
With a 19, you could say with confidence your father does nothing half-assed. If he wanted this village down, he'd take it down. And he's not... These are clearly not overly warning shots. If he was warning, he'd step here. You seem to believe that he has only 1 cannon, probably, that he has purposefully altered for the task of taking Hincaster when needed.
Okay, I'd communicate that with Kaido.
So Kaido scratches his head. He looks around at his village and he says, I don't know if anyone here has a means to take out this cannon you describe. We all are very good at close-ranged combat. The few that can fight at a distance could not fight at this distance. And he points off hundreds of feet offshore, where the boat is.
Okay, for sure. I'm gonna bunny hop across that water. I'm kidding, no.
Alright, roll a d12 to see how far you jump.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
This is the day of, right?
It's the night. At this point, with how quickly you travel, you probably would have been about halfway through the Eldar Woods.
From, in the sky, could we see that?
Giant ship, good point.
What is your passive perception, and I will check Lizella's.
Or could you even hear the cannon fires going off, depending on how loud they are? Yeah.
He could not hear the cannon fires.
Okay.
17.
I'm going to say no. You do not see... You're very focused, heading one direction very quickly. Without the noise, you're not looking back, and even if you do, you cannot spot the ship.
Okay.
I will also say this ship is not to scale. I just literally have to put it on the map. Like it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
know. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not that pedantic. I was just like, because we are in the sky and like.
Oh,
prices are
it's
different.
fair. I'm not gonna lie to you. I set the DC in my head as 18, and then you said 17, and I thought about it for a second and went, "No, I got to stand by my thoughts," and didn't do it. All right. And the Zella has only a 15.
What's the Pegasus have?
Fair.
You know what? I guess that's a fair question, so I will check. Because if he does, Pegasus passive is 16.
Okay. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's so close.
Same
I would have asked to roll, but passive is like fair enough.
Yeah.
Guys,
This
guys.
definitely is a time where passive
Yeah.
would have.
If you add them up,
Yeah.
that's like 45.
That's not how
That's
that works, Kyle.
Exactly. So they all know this.
So anyway, Bunny, what do you do, think, say, etc.?
So, out of character. I kind of out of character. I don't know. Would it be so? Has there been mind flayers in the main passage or just this town?
From what you've heard, if do you ask that in character?
Yeah, I'll ask that in character.
Well, we never travel outside of the Eldar Woods, but we've only heard incidents of them attacking either the town or people who wander a little too far off. They tend to find stragglers on the outskirts of town. They don't usually come into the heart of town, but none of us travel through the Eldar Woods other than to get here, so very rarely even then. So we wouldn't know for sure, but we've never heard of it.
Also, I can say too that you would know out of in character. You kind of know that you've traveled around and no one reacted as negatively to Kargar as these people did. Right? That's a good assumption to make. Like Barrismel and Ash Point, none of them reacted negatively.
Like people were like, "What the fuck am I?" Like if they knew or not, like people like were scornful. But these people were straight up like racist.
Get out
like,
of here!
Like,
they were straight up racist about it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would say my father can't really get too close to this village. And even if he can get closer, I think that if we get rid of the mind flare threat first, if we can, because I think that the mind flares have my friend. If we get rid of that threat first, we can grant your people a safe passage through the Elder Woods.
And leave our home to be destroyed by cannon fire?
Your home can be destroyed and you flee, or you can all die, and your homes also be destroyed. That's the most likely second option.
Can you roll me a persuasion check, please?
With advantage because she fucked him good?
No. But
Just kidding.
She didn't need it, and I knew that. So,
no, I was just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He looks down at you and looks at the threat, and he says, "For the moment, you may be right about there being no other option. I will tell my people to stay on the north end of town and away from the buildings." And he calls forth a few messengers and has them begin to relay that. As maybe every minute or two, a new cannonball comes to hit something or just land in the snow and cause a big blast. They also seem to be more destructive than a normal cannonball. But that is not out of ordinary at all for your father. Buggy balls?
Would he have like a second in command specifically?
Kaido?
Yeah.
Yes, he would. 1 second. I'll pull that up.
Jess, I sent you a DM.
His second in command is a short and slender-looking woman, and her name is Sarah Percival Burke. And, I mean, if you ask him, he would say, "Yes, I do have a first mate from my ship. Her name was Sarah Percival Burke."
Is she hot?
Oh my god.
Slender, he has a type. What the fuck? Okay, but
yeah, Buddy's jealous.
No,
Did you say that in game, just out of curiosity?
no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't say that. I wish. Then, but she'd be like, okay, could she? I would want Bunny to like talk to the second, like the person who he's gonna leave in charge while he's gone.
Okay, he says someone grabs Sarah, and it doesn't take long. She was probably busy doing a similar thing, like doing damage control, making sure people were safe. And she gets called over, and she is pretty short. Like, she's like 4'9", and she's a very small, short, white girl, short blonde hair down to like here. Doesn't look physically strong, which seems odd, because you hear the first mate of his crew, and you know that his original pirate crew, and you know that his original pirate crew was all very, very big, beefy, strong people.
Okay, I'm gonna like look at her a little bewildered. And I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't know what my father is planning, but if anything else, I'm gonna give you this in case you ever need to use it. And she's gonna give her a bardic inspiration, and that's it. It's nothing that important.
It will last for 10 whole minutes. I think.
Really, bardic inspirations last for 10 minutes?
They are not infinite.
What? That's so stupid. Okay, well, for the next 10 minutes, she has something to use in case of anything.
Okay.
Rally
And
the
then-
people.
Yes, exactly. And then she's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go into the woods. Is Kaido going? Kaido's going with me.
Yes, Kaido will go with you.
Okay, for sure. I'll be like, yeah.
One second. Okay, sorry, I had to take a few notes. Okay, so yeah, Kaido would follow you into the woods. And I imagine you guys are hurrying along pretty quickly.
Yeah. Would I need to do like a survival check or something to try and track how Kargar was taken or something?
Absolutely could, and I'm going to do the same for Kaido, actually.
Oh.
What's that?
Kargar was never here. You actually forget who Kargar is. Who's Kargar?
Let's hope he gets better.
So he can tell that someone traveled through the woods directly. It doesn't appear he can only track 2 sets of people going through, and it doesn't appear like anyone was taken by force. It seems as if people left in a hurry and went to the woods. It is off the path.
I wonder who they are.
Evil. Oh, gee.
Okay.
Wait, not on a 4. Never mind, not on a 4.
Well, I'm pretty sure she could just know. It's like, oh, my friends were leaving in a rush.
On a 4, would she know that, or would she be like, I need to
Nothing.
follow his tracks?
She would know that her friends were leaving in a rush. That doesn't necessarily mean his tracks are not.
Oh, I'm saying, like,
Correct.
with that description of the tracks, would she be able to be like, oh, it's probably my friends?
You know what? Roll me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence. Yes, you can say with confidence that he is currently tracking your 2 friends that left in a hurry.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll tell him that.
If you tell him that, he will take another roll to look for different tracks.
Yes, there you go.
For sure. Then I'll let him know. Yeah.
Okay, he can tell exactly where Kargar was in the snow. Like, he had this setup. He can see where Kargar was. He can see where Brogar was, because they were talking. And he says that there were 2 people here, and then they vanished. He can say for certain that they did not get up and leave. Either they were teleported, they were plane shifted, they were picked up by something flying. He can't tell you what, but he can say for certain he cannot track them.
Oh, Andy, I have a brother now. I turned my echo into my brother.
You don't have a brother, you have an echo.
His name is Brogar. He is my little brother.
It's not how that works.
Yes, it is.
Bunny's gonna ask him, you guys have never been able to track where the mind flayers have been?
Never.
And that's why they keep coming back, because I would assume that you guys would have done something to get rid of them from the start.
We never even see them. I think there was one sighting, and that's how, but it was before my time, and that's how people knew it was mind flayers. But it's just been happening every August ever since.
Okay. Is there a specific type of people they kidnap?
Whoever they want. I mean, we have a very specific type of people that live in Hincaster.
Strong like bull. Survive the storm.
Brogar is strong.
Ish.
Hey! Kargar has an 18 strength, motherfucker.
Ish.
Wrong.
2 more points and I'll be at max.
It's not
Oh, so
wrong.
Kargar has as much physical strength as my level 4 rabbit. Got it.
Okay, Bunny's gonna be like, God, I wish Remy or Kleina were here. They would know how to handle it so much better. Okay. So they just teleported. There's nothing we can do about that. So, if they teleported, then... Or if they're not here, and they teleport... Have you guys ever explored the forest to try and find the mind flayers?
I've heard that people have in the past, before my time. I never have. There are rumors that the forest is dangerous. Personally, we've never had anyone disappear in the forest, but also no expedition has ever proven fruitful.
Okay, then maybe the mind flayers aren't even in the forest, and they're just coming here to get your people because...
If not from the forest, where would they be coming from? They at least need to go through the forest to get to Hincaster.
Well, you said that the car guard just disappeared. You didn't... People could have easily just teleported there, or in some way been there.
I suppose that's possible.
Like, they don't need to go to the forest if they're just teleporting here. And your people and your strength and your numbers are reason enough for them to do that, so... Maybe if we just flee into everyone flees into the forest, we can escape my father, and everyone will be all right.
If our entire peoples flee into the forest, your father can dock and enter the forest as well.
Yes, but it will take him long time for that, and we don't have. And if we make it to the other end of the forest, we can make it to Barrismell and Bash Point, and I'm sure they will ally with us, hopefully, because I am part of the guild.
But also, even still, if he docks and has fights with us on land, we have a much better chance of being able to fight back than if he just slowly cannon barrages us from the sea.
That is very true. I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's very true.
All right, I will hurry along with you, and I will have my people travel through the Eldar Woods, hugging the northern sea.
Yes, that is a very good idea.
Wait, and then the coming in the hood faster and then getting them on the track.
Okay.
All right, so he would call forward Sarah, let him know the plan, say he's leaving her in charge, and let her know what to do, and then he hurries along with you to try and catch up to one Remy and one Dante.
Okay, for sure.
Join the
And
party!
so they don't have any leads for Kargar.
At the moment, nobody has any leads for Kargar.
Who's Kargar?
Okay.
Oh yeah, guys, my new character's name is Clark Smith. I'll be playing.
Back as Beauregard.
Okay, so question for Dante and Remy. It's now towards the end. Are you guys just running through the night, or do you make camp?
I would probably run through the night. I think that the sooner we get there, the better. We can rest when we get there, and the sooner we get there, we can figure out what's up. We can tell them about Kargar and the Mind Flayers. I think it's worth being tired. We can rest when we get there.
100% doing that, because I'm more on the boat of resting, but if you're just going to go, then I'm not going to just stay alone.
I would think it would be better to rush.
Okay. With you guys rushing, even still, Kaido and Bunny would make it up to you by assuming Bunny, you've had an exhausting day. Kaido is going to is willing to run through the night, and he is faster than you, even with the bunny hop. So he will slow down to make sure that you can keep up, but he's making it through.
Oh shit!
Scary.
Actually,
can he carry her?
That's a very good point.
He can.
Well, no, actually, hold on, because I was thinking Bunny as a normal rabbit folk, which is kind of small. He could carry Bunny, but Bunny is a very, very tall rabbit. It
7
would
feet tall.
Yeah, it
Just
would be
a
faster.
light.
I mean, if you're 7 feet tall, you can be as light as you want. You're still much heavier than a 4 foot tall rabbit.
Yeah.
He could carry you, but it would be faster. His speed would get reduced to 30 if he were carrying you, whereas you both could consistently run at 40. Him because his speed is high, you because of bunny hop.
Yeah.
If you just both ran on your own.
Yeah.
So you have 3 options: run through the night, rest up, and start running in the morning. Or have him carry you but be at reduced speed. What do you want to do?
Okay. I
He would
kind
be
of.
willing to carry you if asked.
Okay. What's the fastest animal in D&D? Like animal.
Oh, a moorbounder would of the level that you can probably do, probably a moorbounder, but I don't know. There could be higher ones. I just know that's the one I like to use.
Can you polymorph into something with a fly speed?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, then definitely not that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of flying beasts generally have a fly speed of 60 feet, which is faster than most land speeds. If you can, what's the CR you can polymorph into?
CR. Let me check.
Or is it any beast?
This is my polyform.
I think there is a requirement.
Yeah.
CR. This transforms creature that you can see within range.
Don't even sweat it, because this is a challenge rating 1 creature. A giant eagle has a fly speed of 80 feet.
There you go. And is it
Okay.
could then Kaido mount the giant eagle?
No, the giant eagle is large, but Kaido is also large.
Oh, is there a huge creature she could turn into?
However, as a giant eagle with 80 feet, you would be faster than Kaido, so you guys could, he can go 60 feet. So basically, if you go eagle and he's sprinting, you would catch up to these two by dusk. Or excuse me, by dawn.
Okay, then yeah, I just back up from Kaido a bit and I just transform into my thingy, and then yeah, I start flying in the direction.
You got it. So yeah, you two sprint off. He leads the way because he has the tracks. You guys are all going overnight. So I need Dante, Remy, and Bunny to all take 1 level of exhaustion, as well as.
I had a thought. Remy, could you carry Dante, and Dante could sleep in your arms and get a long rest? And then you switch, and then Remy carries the Dante carries.
I don't think that would work.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you say me?
Yes.
Couldn't I just sleep while she drives?
No.
Okay.
You can't sleep on the back of a horse. You will fall off. That would be bad because you guys are flying over the woods.
Yeah. I was
What's
thinking
the one
like
thing
rope
of
exists.
What'd you say?
What my thought was.
What'd you say, Bunny?
What's the thing of exhaustion?
So if you go into D&D Beyond, and you click on conditions, and scroll down, you can give yourself 1 level of exhaustion. And then if you click down at the arrow, it will tell you what that does. So 1 level of exhaustion will give you all disadvantage on your ability checks.
Yeah.
Deacon just said he'll be here. Or
Okay.
Deacon said he'll be here in 10 minutes.
No, he's
Okay.
gonna ruin my UI.
He apparently overslept.
Okay.
Well, that's a thing. It's fine.
So if that's the case, you guys meet up at dawn. You are about here. Meanwhile, the Pegasus is about here. Halfway through the day, you will make it to Barrismel with Lozella Daniel. At the end of the day, you 4 will make it to Barrismel. Actually, wait. That's assuming that's where Kaido and Bunny want to go. Kaido has made it through at the point that it is dawn. Kaido has made it through the woods, recouped with Dante and Remy, who he knows and is friendly with, and turn to you, Bunny, and say, "How do we plan on finding the Illithid from here?"
Bunny would look at Remy and be like, "That's why I wanted to catch up with you guys, because I am confused and I need help. I don't know if I can figure this mystery out on my own, gang, you know?"
Okay.
You should also probably tell them that the pirates are at the South Pole.
Oh yeah, and the pirates are there, and they're fucking shit up.
What?
Remy
Pretty
would like
important.
just drop her mouth, and she'll just like close her eyes. She's like, okay, think. Kargar has a room full of shit. Can we find someone who can do locate person by touching his stuff? Is that a thing?
If you just know what I look like, you can do locate person. Or locate creature.
Are we sure?
I
Maybe,
don't think you
but
need something of mine. I don't think so. I think you just picture me in your head. I'm not positive.
But I don't have that spell.
No,
And
not
if-
you. I mean, sorry, one. If you can find
If
someone
we
who has it,
go to someone who does not know you.
Yeah,
Yes.
in order to cast Locate Creature, you need to be familiar with the creature. Also, you can sense the direction of the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you.
Right.
can I learn that spell by chance, or do I have to level up first? Or
You would need to level up if you don't already know it.
okay, for sure.
As far
Then-
as the pirates down there, if we can get to Gorm, I'm sure he'll have some ideas. Also,
There also is potential for the scrying spell, which wouldn't necessarily give you a precise location, but I believe you'd be able to see them, so you might be able to discern it from there.
right. Also, Bash Point. They hate your dad. They could make good allies if you and Hincaster came together. What is behind you that's flashing lights?
I know I'm not there, but does Kaido know Elistra?
Well,
or
stop.
Elistral?
You don't know. Eltris.
You guys
The
could ask.
fucking...
No.
You guys could ask if
He
if
kept
Kaido
doing
knows
that, and I was
Bash
like,
Point.
what the hell is he doing?
See if Kaido knows Bash Point.
But yeah,
So,
I would say they would make good allies to scrub out this threat, I think.
I am familiar with Eltris. She wants nothing to do with Kaido, foe or otherwise. She's terrified of Kaido. The only way they would help us was if we forcibly...
You mean Greybeard. You said Kaido.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The only way they deal with Greybeard is if we brought the threat to them. And if we did that, we would just be making enemies of them as soon as Greybeard was dealt with.
But she also wants him dead. You and your people are very strong. Who's to say you couldn't take him out together, and then she could go back and do what she wanted on the other continent?
Queen of the Pirates.
It's a very large gamble to take. If she is not thankful that we're bringing the threat to her, she could turn on us in the moment. She would, at the drop of a hat, give up the children here to have Greybeard not bother her peaceful existence.
You know, there's someone that I bet would be able to convince her. And I forget Andy's character's name.
Lucifer.
Lucifer. I bet Lucifer could convince her of the need to do this. He's very smooth with his tongue. He could make a deal. He's very smart. I think we just need to get to Bechamel and talk to Gorm.
Wait. Oh.
Bechamel's a sauce.
How did you know we were in Hincaster?
How did who know?
Greybeard.
That's a good question, isn't it?
How did Greybeard know me and Bunny were in Hincaster?
What I would think is he was looking along the coast, because I believe that Daniel...
Okay, person.
But Daniel sent him north, didn't he? Daniel was like, yeah, you should go that way.
Daniel didn't send him anywhere.
He didn't send him
No,
anywhere.
but... Sorry. Daniel, when you saw him, did you see him sailing north?
He saw Zephyr, not Gravy.
Zephyr.
Oh, good point, good point. Okay. Hey, there's Agios.
What's up, nerd?
Nice of you to join us.
Yeah, so we're just missing Sean on a full party, guys. Jeez.
I mean, we're always missing Sean.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't miss Sean. Do you guys miss Sean?
Oh, it's on stream. You might watch it.
Say it like that.
Yeah, don't say it like that.
We are gonna see what happens. No, wait, which group are Deacon and Urifu with? Are they currently with this group that just met up, so now there's 6 of them instead of 4 of them?
I think they're with the runners.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
I'm going to say that Deacon now pops back onto the material plane, very confused as to what has happened. Or excuse me, not Deacon, Agios. And he was with Remy and Dante, so now he's with all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The runners.
Agios, real quick to catch up. Kargar's missing. Barrismel needs help. Pirates are in Hincaster. Everything's fucked up. Yeah.
I'm the only one
There's
who's
mind
just
flayers
chilling.
in the woods.
Oh, there's mind flayers in the woods, and they've kidnapped Kargar.
Guys, there's a beacon of hope. You've met this man.
Yeah,
That's not
the
a beacon of hope.
strongest man
He's a
alive.
big beefcake.
Not a beacon of hope.
I'm the beacon of hope.
You are not bigger than this dude.
Yeah, fucking Bunny is in his pants.
We don't know it, but Deacon has a crystal ball he can ask questions of, but you guys don't know that.
Hey, Max, I sent you a thing, and I don't know if I like it or not.
I don't like it. Okay. Adios. So currently the people you are with are on their way to Barrismel. They're discussing what to do from here. I will say, Kaido will have said, well, then let's talk to this Lucifer and see what we can't make of it, because I don't see any better options at the moment.
I think it's
So-
best to group up.
Agios, do you say or do anything specific?
Okay, so where am I exactly?
Okay, if you guys are here on your way to Barrismel, just so you know, by the way, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
So they roll disadvantage on
Ability.
attack
Skill
rolls
checks.
and...
No, just
No,
Just
not attack
ability
rolls,
checks.
just ability rolls.
Okay. When
That's
does
specifically
attack
checked.
rolls come in? 'Cause-
Exhaustion
next.
level 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so exhaustion level 1 is kind of mediocre, unless
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing
not-
like a more of RP.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we were doing
Which-
survival
which
checks
we
and stuff,
are.
we would definitely...
Yeah,
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I
Yeah.
mean.
But yeah, no, survival level 1 is not the end of the world. Also, one last thing you should know, Agios. I am currently streaming the campaign through Discord. The reason I have that screen open is so that my friend Christoph here, back over there, can
Your
hear the
son.
music I'm playing. Yes, my son
Don't
Christoph
deny your son now.
can hear the music I'm playing. Please do
Are you
not
playing
watch
music
the
right now?
stream
'Cause I'm not
on
hearing
D&D
it.
Beyond.
Are you playing music?
Yes.
I'm not
Are you
hearing it.
streaming, or like, what do you mean?
No, he means on Discord. He just put...
Just on Discord.
You've been
Oh,
playing
just
music
sharing your
so
screen.
long.
Yes, there has been music playing literally this whole time.
Yeah.
I've been
That's
hearing it.
weird. I'm at max volume and I do not hear anything. Oh, there it is. Oh, it stopped.
I paused it and I was going to pause and play it again to see
Okay.
if...
I think that did fix it. Yeah, so you can play it again. Let's see.
Do it again?
Alright, it's playing right now. It's just very quiet to start.
Move forward in the song,
Okay.
maybe? I don't know.
Sure.
Oh, no, it's there. It's really quiet, though.
It's really quiet.
How's that?
I barely hear
There
it.
you go.
I can
I can hear it now.
I
It's
just
like
turned it
totally
up.
all the way up.
Okay. Very cool.
Oh,
There it
man.
is.
Are we like
What's the
riding
depressing
horseback
music?
or
Oh,
what's
no.
going on?
You are currently riding on. The current plan is to run towards Bearsmell because Gorm told Remy that he had dire news, which you guys do not know what it is at the moment.
He did say
And
it was
he
something
said,
about the. Oh, sorry.
"Yep." He said it was something about the Origurimono, and he said that it was in-person news. He does not want to tell it over the setting stone.
Did he? I thought he. Okay, maybe he didn't say something else. I thought he did.
And simultaneously, Greybeard is on the hunt for Bunny and is attacking Hincaster. All of the people from Hincaster are currently moving through the Eldar Woods for safety. You are currently with the leader of Hincaster, whose name is Kaido. You've met him. He's Big Beefcake McGee. And Kargar is missing.
Okay.
And you all are about here. There you are.
So we're going to
The castle-looking thing right there, Bearsmell.
Bearsmell.
This is currently where you're on the way
How
to.
long will it take us to get there?
You'll get there in one. You'll get there. It's the dawn of a new day. You will get there at nightfall.
When do I get there?
You will get there halfway through this day.
Okay.
And I'll be drinking.
No, you won't be.
You better not be drinking.
will,
we
though.
need you.
No drinking. No minus to your checks. Bad boy.
Yeah.
So
Who said
Minus
anything
to
about
our
going
checks
drinking
right
that
now,
much?
baby.
I'm just gonna drink to be social and maybe sign away a couple souls. You know, evil shit.
Stop with your souls.
Yes.
Yes,
You
what?
know what? I will do something.
bro.
I'm gonna use a spell.
Oh, Jess, have a
Yeah.
look at this.
You should also use that sending stone. Message John, see what he's up to. I haven't talked to John in a while.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna use 10 minutes right here to cast Find Greater Steed. Max?
Hello?
Please speak up for you.
Find greater speed. Takes 10 minutes to cast. No spirit assumes the form of a loyal, majestic mount appearing around.
Just summon-
Pegasus!
Correct!
That's a fast fucking mount, guy.
You already have, like, the other group is already on a Pegasus. Now you can have another group on the Pegasus, and
Pegasus!
Gray is a giant eagle.
I'm going to say, per the Lozella Pegasus, if you summon your Pegasus, you may have up to 2 people riding on it. So Kaido runs at a speed of 60 feet. Gray is a giant eagle, so she is flying at a speed of 80 feet. The Pegasus flies at a speed of 90 feet, and you can have you and one other person, be it Remy or Dante, on top of it. However, one of you is a slow boy.
And he put Remy and Dante on it, and then Agios has wings. Right?
I don't think Agios has wings for long enough. Like, well, Agios sprouts wings. He doesn't constantly have them.
Well, yeah.
Miss
but could you,
longer lost.
how they last? Could you like do them in spurts? Like you fly,
I
then you land, then
believe-
you fly, then you land.
I believe they only last 10 minutes, and he doesn't have... If I'm correct, he wouldn't have nowhere near enough uses.
Yeah,
I
for
believe
1 minute.
He's an Asimar, yeah? It's a minute, and then it's only once per day, and it's stupid.
Only once per day.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Oh,
Once
okay,
per day for a minute.
If anything, I could polymorph one more person into a giant eagle,
There you go.
Okay,
and then
so
I just have one.
that's the plan, then. You will turn Remy, I assume, because... Or you choose, Remy or Dante.
Stonebird.
Remy. Is there anything Remy wants to be specifically? It seems like she might.
She just wants to be a giant eagle.
Yeah, I'll be a giant eagle with you, girl.
Okay, for sure. I didn't know if you wanted to be. something else.
Actually, you know what? Before you waste another spell slot, Remy or Dante could ride the giant eagle. Specifically, Kaido could not because he was large.
Yes.
Oh, so I have a
Quick
I was just
question.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Aren't
Okay,
you a bard sorcerer? Like bard sorcerer warlock?
Quick question: Could
Just Warlock?
Gray turn Remy into a rock,
We don't need to.
or
It's good now.
is that not allowed?
We don't need to anymore. One of them can just mount Gray, and we're all set. Then everybody has a thing to do.
So I know they would do thing. She's specifically using polymorph.
Yes, but then there would be a possibility of being able to have two birds that could have people riding them.
And well, but it's unnecessary because of the Pegasus. They don't need another. All right, I'm sorry. One quick second, Daniel. What was your question?
Don't worry about it. They already asked.
Okay. So then,
it's more about a build than anything else.
Gotcha. So Kaido is the slowest at 60 feet, so you guys would keep pace with him, but it will no longer take you to the night. You guys will get there probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours after Daniel and Lizella.
Gonna rank up right next to him on a Pegasus. LSG.
So we're gonna move to Daniel and Lizella, who land in Bearsmell and quickly find Gorm and Lucifer, who are waiting.
And Kleina.
And Kleina. Actually, yes, and Kleina. And isn't there another one? No, that's it. And Kleina.
Her new boyfriend, Brad.
Oh,
who's
and
everything
Johnny,
he isn't.
And Johnny Exposition, or whatever his name was.
Don't you mean
Daniel Interim?
Daniel Interim. Johnny.
Actually, Daniel Interim is not important enough to be with Gorm.
I think you mean Charles.
Charles
Daniel's
Oh yeah, Charles Interim.
Charles
Derp. Derpity derp derp derp.
I'm just gonna be sitting there with a half-done glass of whiskey, saying, "Took you long enough."
Oh, shut up, asshole.
I'll flick my tail as you guys walk in.
Quick, we need an asshole.
I'm here. That's my job. Yay!
So Gorm will look to Daniel and Lizella. Lizella, that's the other. I was thinking there's totally another left or right hand, and I can't remember who it is, but it's fucking Lizella. Yeah.
Forgot Lizella.
I was just
I'm doing the glass swish thing.
Okay. So Daniel will look to you, or excuse me, Gorm will look to Daniel and Lizella, and he will say, "Do you know how long it will take the others to arrive?"
No clue. They were running when we left.
I'm going to inform you now so that you are prepared. You look disheveled. I suggest you rest while you wait for the rest to arrive. But I have a few sending stones, 3 to be specific, that I use to keep in contact with Easgroth, a friend of mine, another Varnerman, as you know.
I know of him well.
Yes, we have been using the sending stones to stay updated on each other's tasks so that we can stay well. Apparently, Volford, in the last day, was under attack.
What's Volford?
Volford is where Kaiser is from.
Middle left. This one here.
Remember, he's the prince. Or the king.
He's the king.
Legend was the prince, yeah.
So he says a while back when Kaiser was forced to leave your party, it was because of an attack on Volford that in which his father was slain. The attack ended, and Kaiser went to claim his throne. Well, the Uragiri Mono have snapped back and completely destroyed Volford. It's basically wiped off the map. This happened in one day. There were a few survivors that made it out that we have found shelter back in Edford. And we're not sure how true their stories are, but they claim it was one man that did all of it.
Ooh.
This man was an expert pyromancer, and we believe him to be Sparkraiser, the leader of the Uragiri Mono.
That's a familiar name that I remember with my mind.
Kaiser, his royal guard.
That in character?
No.
I can never tell with you.
No. That's something that I know from Slanesh. That's not something that I shared with anyone else.
I feel like we might have heard that name before, but I don't know.
You've all heard the name before.
You've all heard it.
Well, not necessarily all of you. However, in Crossport, you discovered the name Sparkraiser. Because he was also believed to have been there at the time, and you guys just never encountered him.
Yeah.
He's kind of, there have been a few other places. He's kind of been in the areas that you have been doing
Just not
indirect
directly
things.
there.
Yeah. He has had similar pathing.
When we get to
But anyway, since then, several traveling caravans have also turned up, burnt, destroyed. He seems to be on a war path, and he's hiding from everyone, slowly making his way through. The Adventurers Guild has declared this an act of war. 3 of the Varnermen, to be specific, Herma, Donzo, and Mitsugaya are still at Edford. The rest, and technically Easgraf is still at Edford. The rest are out in search of this threat. Easgraf has decided that, well, the Varnermen have decided that Easgraf is going to make a desperate attempt to use a teleport spell to our location and bring us all back to the home continent to deal with this Urigiri Mono threat.
Wish I was there.
Daniel?
Hmm?
That's his story. It was aimed at you. Do you say anything?
I mean, he was just informing us. Daniel's just staying quiet. He's
Okay, so you, well,
he's
I wasn't sure
command.
about okay, so you,
Like he's in
yeah.
following command mode.
Okay, so you don't question it. He says, you two get some rest. We won't have you teleported back until all of us are ready as soon as we get there.
Because yeah, Daniel's not questioning anything. This is too important for Daniel to be like, well, it could be like. He's just listening to what he has
No,
to say.
I'm with it. I wasn't... Honestly, Daniel, you were the wild card in this session. Well, this session is nothing but wild cards. But you specifically, I wasn't sure about you because I didn't know if you would be willing to leave this continent.
Yeah, like if the dragon suddenly appeared.
Well, the dragon won't go to the other continent.
So while you're there, yes.
So from my
That is
information, I do not have a reason to not be willing.
I absolutely agree. I just was not sure. You know what I mean?
If it was not expressed that the dragon is like, well,
if you don't have a location or he's not attacking, yes.
Yeah.
No, Magainen,
yeah,
with all of the threats that I'm throwing at the party in one session, Magainen is for another day.
Yeah, because in my head, if it wasn't for what Gorm said, like if that was not like something that was already known, like if Gorm didn't know about that, Daniel would say I would not go because that would bring Magainen, saying like we don't need another issue.
Got it. All right,
But
so
with the information, yeah, Daniel's
No,
just
let's split the party again. You should go find Magainen.
Yeah. Let us
There you go,
split.
Let's
Everybody.
do all the threats.
Kyle.
All
get
at
out.
once.
Kyle, get out.
So anyway,
Hey, Connor's kidnapped. Kyle needs a vent.
yeah.
Do what I do. Just don't exist for like a session and a half.
Alrighty. So yeah,
Nothing against you,
just
but
go on
nothing against you.
vacation. Yeah.
It's the beach episode. Everyone has one.
All right. So you and Lizella go to rest. Lizella is currently cold, motionless. She is kind of similar to you. She's in following orders mode. At the moment, she is not Lizella. She's not Lizella. She is Lizella, right hand of Isra. She is ready for battle and is mentally putting herself in that mindset. You know what I mean? Going to war is not an everyday thing.
Yeah, Daniel is doing the same.
Yeah. So you guys go to take a long rest. Still together, you know. It's not like she's like, "Go fuck yourself, Daniel." But you know. So anyway, we're gonna go with 3 hours pass, and then the rest of the party arrives with Kaido. You quickly find Gorm and Lucifer, and Gorm looks up to Kaido, and Gorm is not used to looking up at you, not even a little bit. But he looks up at Kaido, and he goes, turns to Remy and says, "Who is this?"
This is our new friend Kaido. We came because you called us, but also there's a major problem in Hincaster, in the forest, mind flayers. Also, Bunny's father is attacking Hincaster.
Also,
Yeah.
Oh, also, Kargar is missing.
Also, least important.
I kind of
At the bottom of the totem pole.
Kargar is missing. We believe the mind flayers have taken him.
Gorm takes a moment, processes that information, and then spits to you the information that he spat at Daniel.
Remy just wasn't gonna mention me. Like, that's the last
Out of game, I'm pretty sure Jess just kind of forgot because, we don't care
I
about
got no game. Jess forgot on purpose because she doesn't.
I'll say, well, no, because I think in my mind the mind flayer situation was the
Yeah,
Kargar situation.
they're one and the same, and you just forgot to bring up, oh, wait, I should also mention.
Yeah. I say this definitely needs our
'Cause,
attention,
yeah,
but we can't leave this unattended either. We need Lucifer. Lucifer can help our friend here talk to the pirates of Bash Point. Maybe they can get the defense to take out the pirates at Hincaster. If we can get rid of that threat, perhaps we could spare Bunny to help get Kargar out. Mind flayers are no joke, and a lot of evil can come from the forest.
If I can talk my way through anything, I can do it with pirates.
I have faith in you. Just don't be an asshole.
When does
Oh,
the Pegasus
that's
arrive?
one thing that I can guarantee.
You're there right now.
Okay. Who's on it with me, by the way?
Dante.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
From Devil May Cry,
Bunny's
featuring Knuckles.
sister.
Yeah.
Or sister, brother, sorry.
That's the name, that's it.
And I would say, of course, and Dante should help take out his father since he wants to be the pirate king.
Yep, that's my goal. Fight my father. Pew, pew.
Have you
So
ever thought of
Gorm-
making a pirate alliance through marriage? Pirate king and queen?
But why?
ooh, Mary Elistray.
Eltris?
Elistray,
No,
yep.
pirates don't get married.
Well,
They
that's
do.
just not
They
true.
have a
No.
legal agreement to share booty.
A parlay, if you will.
You share two types of booty.
To share booty.
Now I'm definitely not doing it.
I have no idea why I found that so funny.
You're
But holy
welcome.
It was funny.
Oh my god.
I'm here to plunder your booty.
Holy shit. Share the booty.
Just make sure to dig where the X is.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
Oh man.
Make sure you dig
Andy.
deep. Make sure you dig deep.
I'm
Kyle
gonna go
keeps trying to
check.
make it better, and he's so lame.
I know.
Shit, that was so fucking.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I had to.
I'm gonna say, of course,
Beautiful.
Volford is important, but this continent is important too. If Lucifer can convince the pirates at Bashford or Bash Point to help take out Bunny's father, we can perhaps create a good alliance with them. We could take out a pirate menace, and then hopefully we can take on the mind flayers. We need to get Kargar back, but as Dante said, he can take care of himself with some help.
Very concerned at the moment. He is deciding, he says, okay, I think what we need to do is split off into two.
Hey,
I think that half of us need to go to help the Urigiri Mono threat, and half of us need to stay to deal with the pirates and subsequently the mind flayers. The question is who stays and who goes.
I stay. Easy.
He turns and he says, "That is your decision to make. I have no jurisdiction over you."
Yep.
My heart pulls me in
So-
different places, but ultimately, my place is by your side. So,
Well,
will follow you.
I am definitely going back. The Varnermen need to be present. All the Varnermen must be present during the war. I think we will finish this decision tomorrow morning. You all look like you need some rest.
I ran for 2 days to get to you.
Oh yeah, what did we do with the bodies?
And I am deeply grateful, but it
What
shows.
bodies? What bodies?
Yeah, what bodies are you talking about?
You know how to flatter a girl.
Fuji's and Binks.
Well, yeah, we defeated 4 Mono. I guess we should probably tell Gorm about that.
4.
I think you actually, they
Yeah.
defeated 2 more in the woods last session while you were
I'm
gone.
gonna say we told him with
okay.
the sending stones.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He already knows about that because of the sending stones.
I'm gonna say
we
we'll
do with the
definitely have a
corpses?
quick parlay to catch him up on everything. And then Remy definitely needs a bath and bed.
Did we just leave their bodies there?
Yeah.
Alright.
We
Say,
looted
well,
them,
we
I think.
couldn't really drag them around.
We looted them. I mean, like, if we at least, like, buried them. But, like, it's whatever.
We definitely didn't bury them.
Oh, well.
Maybe that's what you were doing when you weren't here. Your character was off.
Yeah, I was
bodies.
burying their bodies. That's why I wasn't there. That's smart.
True. That makes sense.
Alright, their corpses are buried. They have gravestones now.
You are the holy.
And I know where their bodies are buried.
May their bodies
Was
become
Carmen-
nutrition for the earth they're trying to destroy.
So we're gonna shortcut this real quick. Remy and Gorm spend the night together, and everyone's just off. They get their long rest. Okay?
You know
Which
it's
also
important
should
when he's
remove-
shortcutting the nighttime.
Yeah.
Does Kargar get a long rest? Are we
No.
gonna cut Kargar?
Actually, we should cut to Kargar. Because this is a day of events that would happen, or 2 days with Kargar.
Yeah, I would have
So-
to. Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to leave this up to you, Kargar. Do you want to do this in front of everybody?
Ooh.
And I will trust our players not to metagame, because I do trust them. Or would you like to do this privately?
If it doesn't get, let's have a private thing about this decision, and then we'll come back to them with the final decision because I have something I want to ask you in private.
BRB.
Okay.
He's never gonna be seen again.
Alright, I think this is time for me to use a bathroom and to freak out about what's gonna happen. I'll be back.
I have a very good idea about what's gonna happen.
Well, you
So I
Mr.
don't
Know
like how that
everything.
party
You
is
better
splitting.
put your silver tongue to work and lap that pirate queen up.
I'll do a lot more than lap her up.
I don't like how this group is gonna end up splitting.
Why? They'll be safe with me. I promise.
Anything but that. I trust you as far as I can throw you, and I have a -1 to strength.
That's very fair, and I'm playing my character very well. I'm more demon than I am human.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay.
So, I will wait for Jess.
Oh, are you going to...
Max.
Max, since I already know what you told me at the end of last session, are you going to go over that for the players' benefit, or are we going to not because
No.
their characters wouldn't know it?
We're not going to go over what we went over last session. We're just going to start the session with you talking to the people you're with.
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Max, for reference, Lucifer is an 80-20 demon blood to human.
Okay.
I love your answer to that. Just okay.
Really matter at the moment. If it ever comes up, I'll know, and I'm glad I do. But I don't think it will come up based on that everything at this point. World exploration mode is mode. We are entering the final phase of the campaign where we are tying up everybody's stories. If that wasn't clear by the fact that everything is coming crashing down at once.
Oh yeah, it's
So
very clear.
based on what I know is coming for the rest of the campaign, that shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't.
But I am glad to know.
Yeah, I'm just fleshing things out.
Gus never comes back.
Wait, so are you saying the campaign's ending soon?
I told Kargar last week I'm expecting 12 more weeks of this campaign. So 3 months. And that is including this session.
Is that a lot or a little bit?
I mean, it's 3 months. It's 12 sessions. It also is dependent on how quickly things get resolved, if anything new comes up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a set in stone number.
It also doesn't mean the end of friendships. Who knows what we'll do on Fridays after that?
Say,
No.
Expect us to start
campaign immediately.
I was going to say, I don't know about immediately, but I expect another campaign to start pretty much immediately, shortly thereafter. Who just left?
Very cool.
Andy just left. I don't. Why do you
Kyle,
want to?
put your video back on. You're ruining my UI.
Don't tell Andy because he seems really like proud. No.
He's asking. I don't mind.
I was going to talk about it as the campaign thing closer to a close.
Oh, okay.
Figure it out. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the session. I don't know. Anyways,
practice.
So, long rest over. It is now the next morning, and everybody is in the same room.
Except for Kargar.
I forgot about Kargar, as is usual. So, Kargar, we have 2 days of roleplay to just happen. So, just to paint a very, very brief scene for everyone else, without giving too much away, Kargar is currently face-to-face with 3 Illithid. And Kargar, the thing that happened last week is where we are starting.
Yes.
So you tell me, now that that has happened, what do you say, what do you do?
What are their names?
Oh, right. Let me pull out my notes.
I asked you that last week, dude. You're like, I don't know yet.
Yeah. I completely forgot that.
Man with no name. Illithids with no names. They are one.
He rode in on
Are
a
you
horse
ready?
that had no name.
Are you ready, Kargar?
Yep, taking notes.
Their names are Thekt, Thekt.
Yep.
Kuask, Kuassk. And Quogran, Cuoogran.
Okay.
1 second.
I think I spelled one of them wrong, but it's fine. So I'd like shake my head, like blink my eyes a couple times, and I would say, Thekt, Kuask, Kogran, what am I doing here? Where am I?
They look at each other confused and then look to you and say, your memories must be returning slowly. But surely you know where you are, why you're here. It is time.
Yes, no, I just didn't think it was time yet. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now that I'm back, what is the current plan? What are we doing? What is...
You are supposed to give us information on the Adventurers Guild.
Right, yes. Of course, yes. Let me know at some point if I need to make deception checks, because I'm probably going to...
Yeah, I was going to ask out of game, what is your plan here? You're trying to withhold information then?
Yeah, big time.
For the moment, you don't need to make a deception check. They are just under the impression that you are disheveled.
Yes.
Because of, the crazy shit going on.
Yeah, something about the process, guys. Yeah. How's everybody doing since I've been gone?
they turn to each other and look at you and say, and now they're clearly starting to get suspicious. They say, Kargar, tell us of Edford and the guild.
Yes. The Adventurers Guild is in Edford. It's run by a council of leaders.
Now make a deception check.
Well, that is true, though.
You are giving them information they already know.
Oh, that's not deception. I don't know that they know it.
Okay, I'll tell you out of game right now.
Yes.
They know that the Varnermen exist.
Mm-hmm.
The things that you were sent to acquire
Yes.
was who the Varnermen are, what their abilities are, if the Adventurers Guild knows of their presence,
okay,
and if you believe that with the current goings on, they are likely to discover it.
Okay, that's fair.
And they may ask more questions, but those are the 4 key things.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I would go through a couple of the Varnermen, but be super vague. So I'd be like, there's this one guy who is very religious.
What's his name?
Gorm? Yeah.
I'll make a deception check.
Ah, damn it! He said his name, but you're right. The hesitancy was the lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you out Gorm right away, you motherfucker?
I was gonna go through a list, and I was gonna make up false things too. Yep, I lied.
Throw Gorm on the bus more. It's funny.
And there's this guy Mulecart. There's Slanesh.
Name the dead one, yeah. They turn to each other and look back to you, and now they're very confused. At this point, they're starting. One of them asked. We'll go with specifically. Oh, you're snapping in the camera. Specifically, Kuas looks at you and asks, "Kargar, you are not growing sympathy for the mortals, are you?"
I do not have emotions like others do. That is a true statement. My emotions are weird and not regular.
So I'm going to go ahead and make this a public announcement for everybody, because this also came up a lot during your campaign just now.
Yeah.
In order for me to need you to roll a deception check, it is not specifically if you are lying. You would also need to roll deception if you are withholding truth or information, or being in any way deceptive. And the person is, and even if the person is not suspicious, if you are being in any way deceptive, you should roll a deception check against, at the very minimum, passive insight. So, even though the words that you just said are not a blatant lie, because you are being deceptive, they incite They incite a deception check. So, please roll me a new deception check.
I have a -3 to deception. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, I have Indomitable, but that's only for saves. Never mind, it's not for checks. Oh yeah, nat 20! Nat 20 on that one.
Woo!
I said I do not feel emotions like others do.
Uh-huh.
They nod. They say, yes, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
So, in detail, tell us, one by one, we'll start with this Gorm fellow.
The issue is that I think the memory of, I think the memory is still, jumbled. I don't have my full,
At this point, Quogron will chime in and say, we've just been bombarded. Perhaps we should show him to his room, give him a day of rest. And we will check back with him tomorrow.
Thank you, Quogron. I have my old memories, these weird middle memories, and I obviously have my current, I have 3 different timelines in my head, basically,
So, Vect will say, very well. And they start to guide you towards a long chamber with 4 doors. The doors are very spread apart. Of the 4 doors... Go ahead.
Sorry. Based on my memory, are they actually leading me to my room?
Yes.
Okay.
You can say with certainty. You are given the second of the 4 doors, and you open it up, and you remember this, but it's still stunning to see here. You have this gorgeous, gigantic, princely-looking room like, oh my god, it's everything you could ever dream of. It's better than the rooms the Varnermen have in Edford. Like, it's amazing.
Based on my memories, are the 4 of us important Illithids?
In the area you are in, the 4 of you are running everything. You would know that all of you have the surname Kecht, and you refer to each other as brothers, although Illithids do not technically have
I
them.
told you guys I had siblings!
Did you not hear the second part?
What'd you say?
I said all of you would refer to each other as brothers, although technically you are not siblings.
Yes.
You all would have been assimilated by the same person. And the first one to be assimilated would have been Thecht, and then it would have gone Thecht, Kargar, Kuosk, Quogron.
Okay.
And you also would know that when they steal people away from Hincaster, they are stealing them to make them thralls, not currently more Illithid.
Oh, okay, so I was never a Hincaster person. Okay.
You were never a Hincaster person, or you do not have memories of the human you were before you were assimilated.
Yes.
But but that does not matter. Never mattered to you. It would never matter to an Illithid. Yes. Now you are an Illithid.
Yes.
So, but you also know that Illithids don't really like other Illithids. So the Illithid, the Illithid that assimilated the 4 of you and made you Illithids was near death, and he made you 4 to carry on his wish to take over the area you are currently in.
That makes sense.
And ever since then, for an ungodly long amount of time, you have been slowly amassing thralls that you are weak enough to take with ease without starting any problems, but strong enough to be worthy of an impending force to begin to try and mass take over the area you are in. You also would know that the 4 of you already have infiltrated and are basically running things in the area you are in.
Yes. Okay.
So you get led to your room, and they let you in, and they say, "Would you like food? Would you like company?"
Yes. I would definitely like some brains. And thank you, brothers. Yeah, we could have company. I just know I might not do much talking, but I would appreciate listening, and I would appreciate just the absorbing of my would pod be a good word for Illithid, like a group like this, like a pod? Would that work? Yeah, so I'd be like, I would appreciate listening and being in the company of my pod. Yes.
At this point, Quogron leaves and comes back a few minutes later, and he brings you 6 thralled humanoids. We'll go with they're all humans. They all appear as if they're from Hincaster. I will also say that each one of them is wielding a Mind Blade sword.
Ooh. Okay. From what I know about thralls, they are dead inside, right? There's no saving of them. They are like.
I mean, technically, I would also be a thrall.
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Oh, because of the Mind Blade sword.
Yeah,
okay.
The Mind Blade, yeah.
So I will go with. I'm going to go with, you would know it is possible to save these people, but it would require great magic used on every single one. Like, amazingly high. I'd have to look at specific spells.
Okay.
But if the Illithid
Isn't it greater restoration?
It could be. I think it's higher than that,
The only reason I was asking is Kargar didn't know if he should feel guilty about eating these people, or if it's like, well, I'm eating dead people, they're already dead anyway, I can eat them.
So, in order, I will say that it would have to be a spell higher than Greater Restoration. It would have to be a spell of 7th level or higher to undo the effect, and the Illithid that thralled them would need to be slain, and they would need to be willing to leave their thrall. You would need to convince them that this path was incorrect for them.
I have my memories. Do I have thralls here then?
The 6 brought to you were your thralls. You have memories of feasting on thralls. You have memories of bedding thralls. They are literally they're literally slaves. Each one is wielding a Mind Blade greatsword or Mind Blade sword, whatever it is that you created.
Yes. Are they? So it's not like there's like 2 different cattle versions where like there's warrior thralls and food thralls. We just interchangeably use them.
thralls serve the same purposes, and you do with which thrall what you see fit.
So these were brought to me not to be bodyguards, but specifically to eat. Okay, gotcha.
Well, not necessarily to eat. You also wanted company.
Oh, I thought they wanted to be the company.
No,
Oh God, no! Oh my goodness, no! They brought you thralls to keep you entertained.
Okay.
You can make them dance. You can make them fuck.
I
You
see.
can kill them. You can make them do battle. I mean,
Okay.
you can have a gladiator pit.
Thank you. Kyle didn't
You can
understand.
make them. You can make them tell jokes that are shitty. That would be right up your alley. Like,
So Kargar will be like, okay, thank you, brothers, for the.
Yes, they say we will give you some privacy, and they close the door. What is your passive perception, Carl?
Let me look. Probably not good. 13.
Nope. Okay. So they close the door, and you are left alone with your 6 thralls. And they would. One of them would say, "It's good to have you back, sir. We have been waiting for your return."
Yes. How long have I been gone?
Roughly 60 years.
Okay. How long did Kargar as me? Did I know it had been 60 years, or am I missing time?
No, you were now you do, but you were missing memories.
I see. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And cool. Do you know if there's if I wanted to walk around, is there somewhere I could go? Can I go or can we go outside? Is there can we? Sorry, my memories are messed up. I know you're my thralls, so that's why I thought I could talk to you.
Well, of course, you're welcome to go where you would please, sir.
Okay. Cool.
You own this place, sir.
I know. Yep.
Own us.
I just don't know how to do this. Okay. And the thing is, Kargar's not smart either, so it works. Kyle is stumbling along, and so would be Kargar.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I should probably just relax and try to gather intel, and then maybe try to form an escape plan at some point. But
if you give yourself time, I'm sure your memories will continue to come back, sir.
Yes. As a thrall, do you have memories of your, when you were in Hincaster and such?
It is possible for thralls to retain their memories, but you do not. The 4 of you do not usually allow it. You remove our memories when you make us thralls.
Yes, that makes sense.
But it is not required. It is a practice that you have taken upon. Most illithids do, however.
Question: this is Kyle asking. Do they notice that I'm not technically part of the hive mind still? Because
no, because they are not part of the hive mind.
Oh, all 4 of us are not part of the hive mind.
No, excuse me. The other illithids are aware that the mental link is off.
Okay.
They are, because you did such a good deception miraculously, they are currently attributing it to...
Oh, I see. Okay, yes. Okay, okay, gotcha.
They're currently attributing it to your reassimilation as
they assume
what you have undergone. Yeah, what you have undergone must have been, in their mind, it must have been extremely taxing to your brain.
Yeah.
And they are, at all of your oddness, they are currently, because of your nat 20, attributing to he needs time to recoup and reassimilate.
Okay. All right, so to the thralls,
you will join the Borg. You will leave.
Yeah, right. I am literally a Borg. I'm turning into a Borg. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say something to the thralls.
Fucking next gen.
Yeah. He's Picard.
I'm sorry, guys.
Original all the way, baby.
So I've been gone for 60 years. Back now. Want to walk around. I should probably gather intel. Have they made any new illithids since I've been gone, or are they just making thralls?
No. There are no plans to make any more of you, sir.
Okay.
Never have been.
Okay. Interesting. Is there an elder brain?
Out of game. What do you mean, Kyle?
Oh, sorry. The elder brain is the main thing that connects all of them together. It's like the Queen Borg, like the Borg Queen, or it's the it's one thing, and then that connect. It's like oh, it's a queen bee. It's literally a queen bee. Like we are all semi-mindless drones compared to the Elder Brain. Or if you know Marvel, it's like the giant head of the blue aliens, the Kree. I don't know if any of this is. Yeah.
It would be like Wanda in WandaVision.
Yes, exactly that.
So how? So I think how it works is that.
So I just read through the description.
Oh, okay.
On Forgotten Realms fandom.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with no. There is no controlling the four of you.
Okay.
However, the one that created and assimilated you would have been an Elder Brain.
Okay.
And he only did not force you into his lifespan because he knew his time was coming, because he was afflicted with an illness.
Gotcha.
And I will also say that Thect, the first created, is probably working towards becoming an Elder Brain once the earthly goals are completed, and he feels comfortable enough that he does not need his physical fighting form.
Okay.
You would also know that all four of you are Echo Knights.
Oh, shit! I thought the Echo Knight was something happened after I stubborned as like a result. Oh, okay. Shit. Oh, so this whole time I've been here, has Brogar, Altgar, Barkgar, have any of them been with me or no?
Echo was lost during the teleportation.
Yes.
But you could, in theory, resummon it.
Have I seen any of their echoes since I've been here?
No, they're not in combat.
Okay. All right.
They don't have like this weird connection to their echo, you know. Like...
I'm gonna do something that might be cheaty. We'll see. I summon Altgar.
Altgar's there.
Cool. Altgar. I fill in Altgar on the situation, and I go, yeah, right. On your universe, you're also not like a bad illithid. So, have you met your brothers? Cool. Do you have any thoughts on what I should do? Can we maybe like?
We should get out of here.
Yeah. Can we teamwork this?
Well, I can't really do anything other than fight.
I meant sorry. I meant like talk. We can talk it out. I just couldn't talk to myself. And the thralls. This is all thralls. Oh, also thralls.
They all bow to the newly summoned echo.
Okay. Also, thralls. Anything we say in this room is a secret, and you can't tell my brothers, and you can't tell any of the other thralls, and it remains between me, Altgar, and you thralls. You guys, right there.
They all nod.
That is a command. You must.
They all nod in agreement.
Cool. Altgar, these are my thralls. So...
Can we, like, release them?
I don't think so. I think that's a power that's beyond me. I think we can use them for good, and then if we escape, we could take them with us, and then, you know, free them once we're out. But I don't think we can free them while we're in the compound. Do you... So my thought was I stay here for a little bit to do recon and kind of understand things. I want to get out ASAP as well. But do you think we should just, like, bolt and escape now? Or do you think recon and then escape is the better idea?
I think the longer we're here, the more likely you are to be discovered as an imposter. I think you need to reconnect with the Adventurers Guild and perhaps inform them of our location. If they know where we are, they can help us.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Thralls, how big is this compound?
Huge.
Like, bigger than 1,000 feet?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. How tall is this compound? How many floors are?
There are about 40 stories.
Okay, so that'd be about 400 feet.
The stories, you look up, the story is about 70 feet on its own.
God fucking damn it! Cool, I was like, I'll just send Altgar out for help. Okay. Thralls, you said we can leave if we want to? Like, we can just go out and walk around?
Yes.
Oh. So, if I wanted to take you with me, and there's 6
We
of us,
are
right?
here to follow your commands.
Yeah, so there's you 6 plus me and Altgar, that's 8 of us. The 8 of us could just, like, go walk around?
Yes. Your brothers wish you to rest, but if you would like to leave, you know what is best for your body.
Are you 6 thralls loyal to me over my brothers?
Yes.
If I gave you a command and my brothers gave you a command at the same time, you'd listen to me?
Yes.
Even if it was, like, they were opposing commands?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything they can do to, like, shut you down or kill you?
Kill
Other
us?
than kill you. Other than kill you. Yes.
No.
Okay.
They have no mental control over us.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my idea, Alkar. The 8 of us make some kind of like we pretend like we're walking. We'll go for our walk, get some fresh air, you know, and then but the compound's huge. Thralls, how close is the quickest, fastest, closest exit to where we are right now?
Well, on the very north side of the compound is the stairs up to the next floor, and each stairwell goes in a circle clockwise around. So it would go stairwell on the north, then on floor 39, stairwell on the east, then on floor 38, stairwell to the south, etc. until we make
stop.
it.
I get it, Thrall. That's impossible. Okay, there's not an elevator.
A what?
Sorry. Elevators don't exist. Is there not like a lift? Well, yes, they would. We're illithids. We have fucking magic technology. Is there like a magic lift that just goes upwards?
No.
Okay. Is there like a teleport? Yes.
Well, I mean, can you not teleport?
I can teleport with my echo, but my echo can only be 30 feet away from me, or whatever it is, 40 feet away from me at a time for that teleport to work.
You have lost the ability to teleport.
Long range, yes.
I see.
What about, I was just going to say, if there's is there like a teleportation circle?
Down here? Yes.
Yeah. Yes! Okay. And it links to other teleportation circles.
Well, it does not link to any teleportation circle, but someone that knows the teleport spell, or the spell teleportation circle, and has seen this circle could teleport to. With a guaranteed rate of success.
I should 100% see that before I leave, so I can memorize it and then tell other people. But
well, someone would have had to have seen it themselves in order to be able to teleport to it.
Oh, I can't just
at least with in order to make it 100% success rate, they must have been at the teleportation.
Okay. Were any of you wizards, or were any of you wizards with teleportation in your previous before being thralls?
No. We are fighters.
It's like Max ain't giving you that easy.
No, there's a puzzle here. I know it. I know there's a riddle or a puzzle.
It's called leaving.
Oh no, not the puzzles again.
There's no leaving. I'm 40 feet down, and each one is like 1,000 feet wide. I'd have to go like 40,000 feet in order to get out of this place.
Say that each individual floor is made up of passages. Like it's not just you can walk from one end to the other, no problem. Yeah. But it is only 400 feet wide. Like in a circle, you know what I mean?
So
like
it's 400 times.
It's got a 200-foot radius. Yeah, well, you don't need to. Well, no, because you don't need to make it all the way around. You don't know where the passages go to. It could be more. It could be less.
Okay. I just don't think I don't think it'd work. I mean, I could if I had to, but let's think. Excuse me. Okay, what was I thinking? Can't get out that way. Teleportation circle doesn't work. None of them know teleport. I don't have spells. So, Alkar, I don't think going, that many feet per floor, 40 floors is gonna... Oh! Are there any nautiloids? Nautiloids are the illithid spaceships. They're like aircrafts.
No.
No?
We're going with canonically that does not exist.
Oh, it doesn't exist in this universe. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Gotcha. That'd be so cool. Get my own airship. Get my own spaceship.
I only made you the prince of illithids. Whatever.
What'd you say?
I said you're right. I only made you the prince of all illithids. Whatever. How fucking lame.
Why would the prince not have a spaceship? Come on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's no... Okay, how do, Thralls, how do my brothers get to the surface? Do they go through all 40 floors? Is there...
They teleport.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, duh. Yep. So maybe I need to figure... Oh, hey, do you know how they... no, you couldn't help me. God damn it.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. Alkar, how far can you teleport, Alkar, in your universe? Can you teleport?
I can't teleport in my universe.
Okay, cool. You're not
But at that point, well, no. He said, well, if you say that a lot, he says I'm an Echo Knight in my universe.
Okay.
But I can teleport with my Echo. I can't. Just
the same thing. 30 feet. Yes. Okay.
At that point, one of the thralls would say, those connected to the hive mind have natural access to spells. I'm sure yours will come back soon. Once you've fully assimilated.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
Kargar
You're
still wearing
probably.
his helmet?
I
He
am
is.
indeed. That's the only reason I'm sentient and saved still. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't take it off. I'm surprised they didn't do like an insight check and remove
So
it.
the helmet is one of a kind.
Yeah.
They have no, like, unless they specifically cast, like, detect magic or identify to try
They
and
no
figure
frame
it
of
out.
reference.
Exactly. They're just, like, weird helmet.
Okay.
But you're also wearing, like, human armor, so it's all kind of...
Yes. Good point. Good point.
Like, your whole get-up is odd to them.
Were they? Well, that's a good point, actually. Were they wearing armor? Like even illithid armor?
So they were wearing natural illithid robes. However, they are magically imbued to act as if it was armor.
Oh fuck. Alcar, what they have thralls too. So even if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do rebellion, us 8 versus them, but no, they probably have like 50 thralls each. How many thralls do I have? Thralls. How many of you do I have?
Well, we're the only 6 that are still alive with how long you've been gone.
These guys are old people then, right?
They're older, yeah.
Okay.
I did technically say they're all humans, so yes, they are
They're
old.
all like 70-year-old, 80-year-old.
Well, I will also say that, well, that's technically true. They would say that the act of becoming a thrall slows the aging process.
Oh, okay.
So they're probably more like 40s to 50s.
Okay.
By physical ability. By literal age, they'd be in their 80s.
Kargar would try to lighten the mood and be like, I guess I kept you alive. You're welcome. No.
Now, which one of you is the tastiest?
They would all say thank you.
Oh my god, guys, I have 6 people that I can force to be my friends.
You're my friends now. Okay. Would you like a drink, friend? Master friend?
Master friend. God damn it. Okay, so we want to get out of here. Alcar, I think you're right. Thralls, if I commanded you to get me out of here, how would you do that?
I'd guide you through the tower. Through the stories.
What if my brothers did not want me to leave?
I would guide you through the stories.
Are there secret tunnels or hidden passages, or are there ventilation shafts? Is there any way to secretly or stealthy?
There's only the natural way up or down. Your kind get it through teleportation, you and your brothers.
I see. Oh, but mine goes through way.
On every circle.
But
or there's a circle on every floor.
But my brothers don't take the path, they just teleport, right?
Usually, yes.
So typically, if we were stealthy and going on the paths, my brother would not see us because they don't.
We would run into other thralls, but they might not necessarily have a reason to suspect. I mean, if you were just wandering around normally, I have heard of no command given to keep you here. So unless there is something that the 6 of us don't know about, there is no order. We were all expecting you to become assimilated immediately. What is happening right now is unexpected.
But you're loyal to me, right?
Us 6, yes.
Cool.
We are your thralls.
Cool. I don't want to be reassimilated.
Oh. Why?
I want to stay as I am now, as I've been for the last 60 years. I want to stay like that.
Why?
I like it better.
Okay.
So, because I want that, you now want that for me. Yes?
You get there we go. Yes.
Yes. And so, you're going to help me do everything within your power to help me not be reassimilated. Okay, cool. Hey, I have this elk head here, and I pull out the elk head!
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. That wouldn't make sense. I'm just looking at my magic items. I do have a magic ring. Hey! I take Alkar's magic ring. Can one of you try to put this on? Can they wear it? What? I can't hear you.
No.
I see the shaking in your head, but I couldn't hear anything. Okay, so
that's weird. My mic is not picking up one-word responses.
I see. So those aren't helpful, but I do have a goat I could summon. Not that that's super helpful, but could I what's the goat's speed? What's my goat's movement speed?
Well, are you gonna ride a goat into battle?
I'm wondering if I could use the goat to go 40 floors faster because I have a goat.
Which goat do you have?
I have the goat of the lowest one, goat of traveling, I believe, is what it was. I'm double checking. Figurine of Wonders Power, Ivory Goats. And I think it was Or maybe I got the middle one? Shit, I should have taken a note here. Let me look.
You got the small one.
You got the small one because you said it was the goat of traveling, yes.
Yes, the traveling.
It
It doesn't say what its speed is, so I guess I have to look up.
statistics says a riding horse.
Yes.
So a riding horse in 5e, I believe, moves at the speed of 60 feet.
Okay.
60 feet.
And mounts can dash too, right? So that's 120 per round.
Yes, you would move very fast. However, you do not know the way out yet. Actually, if you went floor by floor, the way out would come to you. You are getting your memories back. At the moment.
Okay. I could also... How many people can fit on that goat? Because it is a large creature.
One. You
Only
could,
one?
well, you could bring along one of your 6 thralls.
Okay. And I could just unsummon Altgar until I need him. Okay. Estimating time max, because you know the floors and I can't do math, at 120 feet per round, how
You would not be
long-
able to dash mostly. You're going through like passageways. The horse will be faster than you would have been, but it will be a lot of trotting, not a lot of running.
Okay, about how long do you think it would take if I was trying to escape?
So it is currently probably about, it's probably about 8 p.m. on the first day that they were sprinting.
Yes.
You probably would make it up to the top halfway through day 2.
Okay. Can I roll insight on basically myself thinking about it to think, do I think my brothers would stop me between now and then, or do I think I'd make it out?
With confidence that if they find out you're gone, they will try and find you.
Hey, Thralls, is there a bathroom? Do we have bathrooms?
They point you to like a private room in your room.
Cool.
That is extremely big.
Yeah. So I was hoping, Thralls, that I could take one of you with me. You'll come on the horse with me because you're my special chosen one. And the other ones would stay here. One of you would go into the bathroom and pretend to be me. The others would stand outside the bathroom with the door closed and locked, and then be like, "Oh, Kargar's in there. He's sick. He's throwing up. He's pooping. Like he's just horrible. But he has to be left alone." And hopefully that would trick my brothers. And I command you that it's not a lie. That would then be the truth. So you don't have to roll deception.
No, that's still a lie. You're commanding them to lie.
That's not. He just said that's not how deception works. And you just said.
I respect the fucking garbage human being attempt, but it is not how that's done. If I say, hey, Kyle, tell Daniel right now that your name is Max, and you go, hey, Daniel, my name is Max, you're still fucking lying, even though I told you.
What if you brainwashed me and hypnotized me into thinking my name was Max, and then I said it? Then I believe
Right, but the difference is that these people are not brainwashed to think you're in that room. They're brainwashed to do it. Chris, are you awake?
Chris fell
I'm still listening.
asleep.
My eyes are closed.
All right, what was the most recent thing said, Chris?
Amazing.
Put me on spot.
Love it.
Okay, well, anywho,
Kargar was going to ride the goat.
I was. Yeah, I was a little. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Take one of
Okay.
his thralls with him.
okay,
I've been listening.
okay.
So,
I'm with you.
Thralls, based on what you know about the Illithids, or Max, based on what Kyle knows about the Illithids, do I think that plan would work, Thralls? Would they go in the bathroom despite my wishes, or would the Thralls be able to stop them from getting in? Like, would that
Can you roll me an intelligence check?
Oh god.
Can it be like insight?
It could be.
Okay, cool.
You sound so desperate.
I got a 21. Yeah, because my intelligence is a -1.
So,
but I-
Kargar, you know for a fact that would not work. However, you do believe that your brothers currently need you and find you very valuable.
Yeah.
So, if you were to say that he is sick due to the assimilation process taking its toll, because this is new territory to them as well.
Exactly.
If you were to add that specific little detail,
Yes, I was thinking that, but I didn't say it verbally. You're right.
yes, if you were to add the specific detail of he is currently becoming assimilated, and it is a similar type of pain to when he was first created,
Yes.
they would go, oh, well, we'll give him his time to become assimilated, and you can't completely gauge their patience, but you think it entirely possible you could sneak out.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly my line of thought. I just didn't phrase it right. Yes, exactly.
Well, the thralls would have just said, "Oh, he's sick in the bathroom,"
You're
in
right,
which
okay.
case they would have been like, "I don't give a fuck."
Thralls. I'm gonna take. Which of them looks like either the smart, like who's looks like the youngest or the smartest or like the most competent?
Okay, one second. Thrall number 6.
I'm taking thrall number 6 with me.
Okay.
I wonder what
Okay.
took him that 1 second.
So there are 6 of them. I'm gonna say thrall number 4. I need to. Are they all male? Are there some male, some female?
There are 4 males and 2 chicks.
Cool. I gotta make sure one of the males is the one pretending to be me being sick. So, male number 2, you're gonna go in the bathroom and pretend to be me, okay? Then males, all the others not males, males and females 1 through 5. The rest of you, not counting number. God damn it, this is confusing. Max, you get it right. Kyle doesn't have to say it exactly right. If Kyle fucks up, you'll get what my plan is.
We are now at a point where your plan is good.
Okay, so good. So then they will sit there, and I'll take that one with me. And yes, you guys will tell them that I am sick because of assimilation, and I need time in order to get everything
We
back.
will go with you're taking a female thrall, and her name is Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer, you're gonna come with me. Jennifer, your whole job. Well, oh, by the way, my goat's name is Licorice. And I say, me and you are gonna go with Licorice. And we're gonna try to get out of here. If I can't find anything, you're gonna help me, and also me and you are gonna keep our eyes out for my brother.
My family, Jennifer and Licorice.
Yeah, Jennifer, Licorice, and Kargar are escaping.
Licorice, I barely know her. All right,
hey, you 5 that I'm leaving here. Ideally, I can get my people and rescue you, and that'd be cool. So, hey, try to stay alive, you 5. Okay? That's the command. After you do all this thing I've told you, try to stay alive.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, cool.
Rude of you to only have that be the command after they do what you
Just
want.
I sent you a DM.
And then also, oh, wait a second, they're my thralls. So, better yet, once I'm out of here, if you 5, you know locations, right? Outside of here?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
The 5 of you should meet me in Bash Point.
Okay, we will do our best.
Don't. Oh no! Fuck! Forget that! Because you could be trailed by the other Illithid and the other thralls. Don't do that. Never mind.
We will
Ignore
not
that.
do that.
You cannot do that. Don't do that. Stay here. Stay safe. Stay alive. And ideally, me and my new friends will come back for you. Cool. That's the plan.
So, Kargar, I'm going to. Everything that's been said so far is fine.
Okay.
With a little bit of reworking. So once you actually make it out of where you are,
Yeah.
You are still in the basement of that other place. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
At that point, your goat would have run out of charges.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah. So how's my goat work and how many charges does it have and stuff? That's
Cheers. It has 24 charges. Each hour spent is 1 charge. It gets all of its charges back in 7 days. So I'm going to go with, first of all, take a point of exhaustion. Second of all, you spend 24 hours on your goat getting out of where you were to get into the basement of where you are. Everything that you've done so far works well. At that point, you need to...
Kyle just had a huge fucking... fuck. God damn it. This is why I didn't want to lock it in yet, Max, because I was still thinking it through. Kyle just had a thought.
What's your thought?
I'm going to get out of the Illithid base, and that's not going to be very helpful because they could still get me when I'm outside of the base, so there's no point. So I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not doing that. I had the... Max the DM rushed me by saying, we're locking it in, let's do it now. So I would like to rewind and be back in the room with the thralls. Because there's no point in escaping, because it doesn't do me any good. I should stay here and collect intel, because escaping is bullshit and does not help me. So, hey thralls, I'm back. I got like 10 feet away, and then I remembered something, so I'm going to hang out with you guys.
I mean,
I will just briefly say the door leaving your room was locked, but you can easily enough. The assumption is your echo can walk through walls, and then you can teleport to where it is and unlock the door for the other thrall. You know.
Yeah, it can walk through cracks and stuff. Yes.
No, it can straight up walk through walls.
Oh, I thought it said it could not do that. Oh, very
No,
good.
I had to specifically Google it for this purpose.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, but so I went to walk away, then I realized, wait, escaping is pointless because they probably control or are monitoring
So you do the
area,
exact same thing. Well, you do, Kyle. Kyle, you do remember where I said you were, right?
Yeah, but Kargar doesn't know that.
Yes, Kargar does know that. He remembers
Oh!
where your base of operations is.
Oh, shit, okay. Then, that's the thing, I felt like I was cheating, but I guess if Kargar knows it...
No, Kargar knows. That's why I told you.
Okay.
Kargar is getting his memories back. That's one of the things he remembers.
Okay. Then and it's been how long since I was kidnapped? A day? No, it's only been a couple hours.
At this point, yeah, it's only been a couple hours.
And if I escape, it'll have been a day.
It will have been a little over a day, yes.
Yes, I want to escape.
Okay.
Yes. We're back to that.
So,
I ride the goat for 24 full hours.
Can you roll me a stealth check, please? And you can, if you'd like to, take off your armor so that it is not at disadvantage.
100%, yes. I put my armor in my backpack. Sorry, 1 second.
Actually, as a matter of fact,
what?
Because you are familiar with the area that you are currently wandering, I will allow you advantage.
Okay, cool. Okay, alright, so, licorice is good. Can my... I have advantage anyway, but I was just thinking maybe my thrall could just give me the help action if I...
Sure, the throw gives you the help action. You have advantage. You're welcome.
I have super advantage now. No, I'm kidding,
yeah, roll 4 times. Take the worst result.
Take the worst. Oh, yeah! 19 or 21.
All right.
Yeah.
So, over the course of the time that everyone else just spent, you spend your time getting out of Illithid Tower.
Yes.
And then wandering through the basement and subsequently castle that you are under, right?
Yes.
Now, we're going to cut back to the main party brief.
Okay, that's fair.
So, you guys are all gathering the next morning, kind of in an open field, like a courtyard, you know what I mean? The courtyard of Bearsmell. And at this point, all of you have gathered. Dante has locked in what he wants to do, and Gorm kind of is somberly talking, and he says, I think I have decided how we should split our forces. Kyle, you took that point of exhaustion, right?
Yeah, how do I mark that on DD Beyond?
Click on conditions and scroll to the bottom.
It's so much easier on Roll20.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Matt.
At this point...
There's literally a toggle you can put on.
What is everyone's passive perception?
17.
You asking me as well?
Everybody that is everybody.
15.
15. I heard 9, I heard 15, I heard 17.
16.
Perception? And
passive perception. 10? Okay. So Daniel and Remy are standing opposite Gorm, and everyone is paying very close attention to Gorm as he's saying, I think I've been considering how we should split up our forces. What do you all think of this? And all of a sudden, you look behind Gorm, and you just see Kargar stumble out of the main castle of Bearsmell, and he looks exhausted. He has with him a well-armored person wielding a longsword, a woman, name that you do not know the name of, and they look wrecked as they stumble out of the castle of Bearsmell.
Am I within vocal distance? Could I yell?
Yes.
The Illithid are in control of Bearsmell!
You say that, and like every single guard or monk in the area
You
just
have
turn.
telepathic thoughts, you asshole!
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's right, you're right. Kargar's not done. Kargar... telepathic, when I'm within 30 feet, Kargar does the telepathy. Thank you, Remy.
You know what? Only because you literally just shattered the campaign with stupidity.
Yeah.
I will allow this small retcon to say you didn't just turn every single fucking monk in the city against you.
No.
Holy
Sorry.
shit.
I did a mental link to Remy, to Remy, and I say the sorry.
Run, Bearsmell! All of the monks work for him!
See, I didn't think of it that way! Kyle thought that only, like, King and Queen of Bearsmell were Illithid, or whatever. I didn't know that it was everybody in town.
Oh my god.
So,
actually, you did. Oh, boy.
So that's that's the thing, right? Because Kyle and Kargar, there's a separation. Obviously, Kargar.
I mean, I also told you that last week.
No, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. One, Kyle has bad memory, but two, I remember you telling me they were in control of the city. I don't think I remember you telling me they were all thralls.
No, it's not that. I'm not necessarily saying they're all thralls.
Okay.
I'm saying they're in control of the city, which would definitely imply the city guard.
Okay, yes, that's fair. I didn't think about it. I was just thinking about the king and queen. That's it, the royal court. So I was like, oh, I'm out of the castle. I'm safe. You're right. Kargar would.
I'm gonna hit you with this. The royal court are you four.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out. I knew that. I knew that part. So yes, I sent a telepathic message to Remy, and I'm like, Remy, tell Gorm this immediately. Barrismel is under the control of the Illithid. The Illithids are the king and queen and blah blah. All the monks, everybody here is controlled by the Illithid. This whole town is Illithid, or like controlled by the Illithid. Tell Gorm right now, we need to get the fuck out of here. And I run over to the party, but I want to make sure that message got there in case I got recaptured or something. So at least the party knows now.
It has gotten there.
Okay, my eyes just get huge, and I'm like, how am I supposed to say this out loud?
Okay, then I activate secondly, I activate the same thing. I tell the same thing to Gorm.
Gorm looks down at you and says, "Ah, Kargar, good to see you, my friend. You look."
Kyle censors something. Kyle censors something. Kyle would like to say something first. So Kargar would like to roll insight on Gorm because Kargar knows that Gorm, Lucifer, and Kleina were in Barrismel by themselves. So Kargar knows what a thrall is. Kargar would like to see if any of those three are thralls.
Insight.
Would that be insight, perception? What do you think?
Insight.
Okay. Can I have advantage because I know what a thrall is?
You can have advantage.
Okay.
That. Oh God.
Oh,
That's a scary fucking
That's a
thought.
dirty 20, Max.
Thrall.
What?
Kleina's a thrall.
Kleina is a thrall.
Okay, but the other two aren't.
The other two are not.
Okay. Then I send a message to Gorm, and I say, Gorm, we shouldn't say anything out loud. I don't know who among the cities a thrall. I think they all are. But also, Kleina's a thrall. Kleina's been taken, unfortunately. I then repeat that to Remy, and I say the same thing. Kleina's a thrall. Be careful what you say. I guess I'll just do that to the whole party, I guess. I don't know who's here and who's not, but I'll just do it one by one.
Everybody is present. We are at a point.
Then I tell everybody but Kleina.
Sure. At this point, Kleina is not acting disgusted at you. She is under the assumption that you are reassimilated.
Yes. And
also she assumes that they have told you that she is an ally.
Yes.
So, after a few moments of silence, which doesn't necessarily tip Kleina off, Gordon puts yes.
Sorry, can I talk telepathically with Kleina? Is that something I could do that normally? But I'm wondering, is that something I can do even more because she's a thrall?
It's not even more, but
just regular. Okay, I don't want to do a deception check, so no one.
I was going to go ahead and say, just so you know, just to be abundantly clear.
Yes, that's why I decided not to do it.
May I do a thing, Mr. DM?
Yeah, anybody can do anything, so we're all here now. Yeah. Guys, can I just say, I'm having a fucking heart attack right now. Like,
the moment you tell that to Daniel,
yeah,
he's not gonna take any chances.
Daniel,
would Kleina be expecting it?
Daniel, the whole city. Daniel, no. Daniel.
We're in a room.
No.
What? No, we're not.
Like, we're out in the open.
No?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
And no,
My
Daniel,
mistake.
we are surrounded by them. If we were to hypothetically fight Kleina, well, I'm saying this telepathically. If we were to hypothetically fight Kleina,
oh no, that was a misunderstanding of the room. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if I sense any hostility coming from Daniel when I was I can't tell Daniel. Daniel flat out told me he wouldn't take psychic messages from me
unless it was an important thing.
How would I tell you it's important? No, I see your point, because I ran out of the castle exhausted.
I think the general assumption here, Kargar, is you and Daniel have built up a relationship where, at the end of the day, Daniel does trust you. Okay. You know he is not your biggest fan.
Okay.
You'd like to make friends.
Yes.
You would not try to burden your already flimsy relationship by even attempting the telepathic link unless it's important.
Yeah,
so, and either of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but my assumption is Daniel will always accept the telepathic link. He will just be mad if it is not important.
That is correct.
Okay, So, but I would sense the hostility coming from Daniel, and I would say, Daniel, we cannot
So
attack Kleina.
I'll say this now: there
So-
wouldn't be any. If,
Yeah,
Don't be any hostility?
Daniel was confused. There is no hostility.
Okay.
When I said the court, I mean like the open court. You are
Okay.
outside of the
Yes.
castle.
yeah,
I would go 1 through 1 and just say this though. When I'm saying Klein is one of them, Klein is one of them, Klein is one of them, I would also add, thralls can be saved. Thralls can be saved. Thralls can be saved. I would tell that to everybody. Like, and I would even be like, I would probably also mentally introduce my friend here. I would be like, this is, what'd you say her name was?
Jessica.
Jessica. I would just mentally.
I
be
think
like,
I said Jennifer.
You
Jennifer,
definitely
it was
said
Jennifer, yes. I'd mentally be like, this is Jennifer, she's apparently one of my thralls. She can also be saved. Thralls can be saved. And so I also had the Kleina can be saved. We should not kill thralls, we should try to save them. That's what I tell the whole party psychically.
so to break the silence, I would say, so Gorm, how are we splitting up? Just try to,
Gorm was about to take a moment. He puts his hand on your shoulder, Kargar, and he says, "You look completely exhausted, disheveled.
I am.
I will fill you in on the situation later. Why don't we go to the local tavern and get you some rest, huh?"
Yes, I think we should also sleep in like a buddy system or in a group. I think we should definitely stay together for like all these different threats until we decide to split up. Once we split up into groups, that's fine. But I think while we're sleeping, we should definitely like stick into groups and keep watch and like all that good stuff, you know? So, yeah.
I don't think that will be necessary. We should all just stay close to each other via rooms,
Yes.
but we do not need a buddy system. And he says that very firmly.
I send a psychic link and I go, hey, Gorm, I know you just said no buddy system, but we know Kleina was taken at some point, so if we act alone, any one of us could be taken out. There's like that Bardic play.
Let me ask you this.
There's the Bardic play invasion of the body snatchers.
Let me ask you this. If we have a buddy system, who sleeps with Kleina?
Kargar.
Probably me and my thrall. Because
You and your thrall are already a buddy. I think it is foolish.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean buddy as in literally 2. I meant buddy as in groups. A pod system. A pod
If
system.
you and Kleina are left alone, it is very likely she will discover that you are not yet assimilated. At the moment, we cannot risk anybody being alone with her, not even myself.
Well, okay, not alone then. That's my point then. What if we sleep in a group of 5 or 6? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the... Yeah, exactly.
We will continue to act normally, as though we were. At the moment, there are no pressing threats other than the Illithid.
Yes, exactly. But you don't think the Illithids are just going to pick
Changing
off
our system will tip them off. Have faith in me. Let's leave.
Okay. I guess I'll send something to my thrall. Just ask a question. Do you have to sleep?
Yes.
Do you have to eat?
Yes.
Eat and drink? Like, so everything's normal as far as your metabolic functions? Okay.
Yes.
God damn it. Okay. I was hoping to maybe use you as like a watch. Oh, we can sleep opposite. So when I'm asleep, you're awake, and when you're awake, I'm asleep kind of a thing. Maybe that would work?
See what happens. It seems like you have a trustworthy party here.
Yeah, I know, but who knows how they're going to get kidnapped. Okay. All right, thanks.
I'm gonna
Mr.
check
DM,
something out real
How
quick.
does the thrall work as like an effect?
I am a little confused by the question.
Like,
Is
if
it
one of us is enthralled, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, thralls are slaves, which have had their sentience completely suppressed. They have no free will. I mean, I'm still, like... They will... You will literally...
I think he's asking if it was, like, in the gameplay purposes, as a condition, like paralyzed or frightened. Like, is thrall a condition that could happen to Daniel?
It is a condition that can happen to you people, but it's not a condition. You know what I mean? 1 second, please.
Okay.
I'm going to...
I was so worried at what point you guys would find out that Barrowsmell was run by Illithid, or when I would be able to tell you or whatever. I was so afraid you guys were all going to leave town before I got the chance.
So what I was mainly asking is, like, when it's happening, is it like a charm effect, or is it just like overpowering magic taking you over?
Oh, it is overpowering magic taking you over, but 1 second. I will say the process of creating a thrall would takes about 2 weeks, but that time can be shortened if multiple Illithid are working on it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because this is what I was thinking.
It is also based on will saves. Like, you make will saves against it.
Okay, because this is what I was referring to.
You know
Would
what sucks,
Daniel
guys?
be able to basically tell them I am safe with that effect?
can you? Yeah.
I posted in chat.
Yeah.
No, that would not make you safe at all.
Question: would Jess be? Would Remy be safe because she's kind of my thrall?
Remy
She's
would
Mind Blade.
100% be safe. So does. There's someone else with a mind blade, isn't there?
That is
No,
Charles Interim.
Charles wanted one, but I don't know if I gave Charles one.
No,
Did
you
I?
gave him one. You gave him one.
Charles
Charles
is
Interim has
safe.
one. Cool. I activate a mental thing, and I say that to Gorm. I say, Gorm, Remy is 100% safe, and Charles Interim is 100% safe. You know what's funny? Out of character, guys, I really wanted to give Kleina a Mind Blade because I wanted to be like, hey, thank you for helping me make a Mind Blade. I wanted to make one for you and make one with you. Remember that time I was trying to get a dagger that was a sword? Remember that bullshit? So I was trying to get her a dagger sword Mind Blade.
Kargar, I need you to urgently, and you guys are at this point walking towards the tavern.
Yeah.
I need you to right now send a message to Bunny.
Bunny.
Wait, before I say this, real quick, remind me, because I've been in so many campaigns. Your character has the ability to use your bardic inspiration to lower a save on another person, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Kargar, I need you to let Bunny know that I am going to try and use a spell on Kleina soon so that we can safely escape.
Okay.
When I do, I will need her assistance. If Kleina passes the DC, all hell could rain down on us.
Okay. Yes. I send the message to Bunny, and I say just be prepared to activate your bardic on Kleina so we can get out of here. It's so unfair because Kleina would have been immune. Kleina would have been immune if I had given her the Mind Blade like I wanted to.
Well,
Mr.
That's
DM,
the thing.
woulda,
this
shoulda.
becomes important.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many levels we've had since the temple?
No, why?
Do you remember what level we were at the temple?
I want to say 11?
Okay.
No, it was lower than 11. It was either 10 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, it was 10, because, I was 2 levels lower, which means Charles would be 2 levels lower, just in case I'm leveling him up. To the 11.
In case your character dies, you're saying?
No, in case he ends up, because he's a thrall to Kyle.
Oh,
In case he ends up being used.
yes. I mean, that's technically fair. However, I will say that in the purpose of this universe, but that is fair. You should do that. Just so you know, for Charles and Remy's sake, in the purpose of this universe, consider a thrall. The conditions of thrallhood are created when the thrall is created. So when Charles and Remy accepted it willingly, they accepted it willingly under the condition that Kargar could not command them.
Yes.
So just so you know, even with his newfound knowledge and abilities, you two are at least currently safe from her. Kargar cannot give either of you direct orders.
Yeah, but
Having said that,
if there ends up being a fight, there's Charles.
Yes, Charles may be relevant. Yes, I'm only pointing this out because it's important for Remy to know as well.
Okay.
But also, I should point out that if Kargar gets reassimilated, you two will be able to fall under a more permanent thrallhood more easily than the others would.
Got it.
Max, I just sent you a hypothetical question. It's something you have to answer right now. We can talk about it later.
I already answered it.
Oh, okay, cool. So I guess I'd also kind of want to, just we're casually walking, I'd kind of want to fill some people in. So I would just be like, Remy's probably who I trust.
You have time to fill in one person.
Okay, yeah, no, I was going to say, so I was only going to fill in one anyway. I would psychically connect to Remy. I'd be like, Remy, I have something to tell you. Please make sure this helmet never comes off me. Because if the helmet comes off, I get reassimilated. Can I tell you something? Like, can I trust you?
Remy gives him a dirty look.
What?
Remy.
What's
It's
the
like a
dirty look?
bitch.
Oh, you give me a dirty look. You give me a dirty look. I'm not telling you then. Cool, thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
What do you mean? Because obviously you can trust her.
Well, okay, no, I mean like as in like you're obviously loyal to Gorm, and like but I need your support in what I'm about to tell you. So I just want to make okay. I apparently before becoming detached was one of the 4 leaders of the Illithid, and they put me under on purpose, and so I was secretly a bad guy. But I'm still not. I'm not a bad guy. I'm still good. I want to fight for good. I need to keep this helmet on. If this helmet comes off, I go back to old Kargar. Well, I don't know if it's the second it comes off. Wait, actually, pause. Hey, Max, DM, if I take this helmet off now, do I know, or can you not tell me, if I took this helmet off, would I instantly be re-assimilated, or do I have to be near other mind players? I'm not sure.
You are not sure.
So, Remy, I'm not sure. If I take it off now, I could be instantly re-assimilated, or if I take it off around another illithid, I'd be instantly re-assimilated. I don't know which. But I just can never take this helmet off again. And so, I'm telling you this because, yeah. So I just wanted someone to know that I don't want to be evil, and I don't want to be bad, and I want to be with you guys, and yeah.
Remy's eyes, like, she's trying to stay calm and not show that, like, she's listening, like, and she kind of looks at you and nods, and is kind of like, you know, like, she clearly is kind of freaking out, but she has known you and understands who you are now, you know?
Yeah, speaking of freaking out, you see a tear come out of Kargar's eye when he's like, I don't want to go back. Like, yeah. That was it.
Okay. So, at this point, you guys are almost at the tavern. You go in, and Gorm has a room there, so he brings everyone up and he says we should strategize in private. Everyone follows, no problem? Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second, please. Oh. I'm going to tell you guys just because it's too close to not.
Yeah.
Gorm is doing a very good job of keeping his cool, but I still had him roll a deception check because of what's going on.
Yeah.
And Gorm and Kleina, I didn't know this at the time, have the same bonus to deception and wisdom and insight. Which means that Kleina has a slight advantage. Because if she equals the roll, it goes to Kleina.
To beat it, yeah.
And Gorm got a 15, and Kleina got a 14. And I was like, oh. For like half a second, it looked like everything was going to go to hell.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna tell you, I was freaking out thinking that Gorm was a thrall. I was like, epic quest to save Gorm.
Okay. I was like, that's why I almost said it out loud. I almost made 2 mistakes in a row, but then Kyle saved it. I'm like, wait a second, no I don't. I already had them a thrall. Max, were you jumping up for joy when I almost just split stud out right in front of Kleina?
No, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think you would think of one of them becoming a thrall.
Okay.
I was like peeing my pants when you just shouted it in the open. I was like, what's even happening? I was like, okay, I try personally very hard to be ready for anything as a dungeon master. I've been a dungeon master for 6+ years at this. And I am so very accustomed to being thrown a curveball that I am not at all. I plan for curveballs. I try to create situations that I have a good grasp of most possible scenarios.
That was not one of them.
Yeah, to the point where even if something comes up that I'm not ready for, it's still fairly handleable. That was like TPK material. That was like, I don't even know what to do.
That's why Kargar wouldn't do it. Kyle had a misunderstanding, and so I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do
That's why I was like, no, you don't.
The moment you did it, I was like, it's over. The campaign, 12 sessions, my ass. You lose. Like,
right now. Wait,
I was like,
maybe that's my master plan. I TPK us, and then we have like 24 more sessions of finishing this campaign as new characters.
I will let you know, however, that I did think you were not going to think about telling Kleina. So I was ready for Kleina to be in the know and her be the inside spy.
Yeah.
It's not all that hard to change what my plan was, but I was planning on a little Death Note action there.
Did they take Kleina on... Was Kleina a thrall the whole time?
You can say with certainty.
Okay, so she didn't have a crush on me just because she was trying to she was a thrall or whatever, okay.
If she was a thrall the whole time, she would have never had the problem with the captain. She would have just...
Oh! Okay, that's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, she might have stopped trying to bang you, to not seem suspicious, but she wouldn't have started to, like, push you away.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay. But was she taken because of her proximity to me? Like, specifically
No, she was taken because of the 3 of them, Lucifer, Gorm, and Kleina, she was the easiest to assimilate.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Alright.
Anyway, So you guys start to walk upstairs. Oh.
What?
What you were having? Why are you saying oh?
Because Max Fay just realized something.
Oh no.
Which means Kleina might have too.
Oh,
an
shit.
int check real quick.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Okay, no. Kleina did not realize what Max Fay realized.
Can you tell us?
No.
Oh, god damn it.
So, as you guys go upstairs and get into the room, Gorm would look at you, Bunny, and say, and like nod, like aggressively.
Okay, I'll do it now.
This work.
What do you do, Bunny? What's up?
Before this all goes down,
Using my
before this goes down, can I ask Gorm a question? Psychically?
Sure.
Okay. Gorm, just a question. But based on what you're about to do, do you know if the magic effect you're about to do will work on a thrall? I have a thrall here. I could ask my thrall. Do you want me to ask them? Because I can psychically ask my thrall if they know.
I'm going to try and dominate her.
Yes, I don't think mind control can. I don't think their mind control can be beaten, as far as I'm aware.
I don't know, but I have to try.
Yes,
can I ask?
I'll ask. Okay. I then activate Jennifer's mind link, and I say, "Hey, Jennifer. If somebody used magic on a thrall, could they charm person or frighten or command or anything like that? As far as you know, could a mind control be used on a thrall other than by the thrall's owner?"
It is possible, yes.
Okay.
Unlikely, but possible.
Unlikely, but possible. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. I go back to Gorm, and I say the thrall says it's unlikely but possible, but unlikely. So it's up to you, Gorm. I trust you.
It's either we try this or I put her down right now. So I'm going to try this.
There's no we keep her with us and feed them fake information, or like say things we don't mean out loud, so the illithids get fake information, and then we think things as the real plans.
1 second. Gorm is going to now roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
To see if he realizes, okay, Gorm will look at you, or he won't look at you. He will respond in his mind, and he will say, Kleina knows what that helmet is. For as long as you have it on, she is more likely to realize that you are not assimilated.
Yeah, I forgot Kleina knew that. Okay.
It is pure luck that she has not figured it out yet.
What could I... Gorm, do you think there's something in me psychically messaging Kleina and be like, haha, we're in on it together, we're working... Obviously, I'd have to,
Kargar, now is the time of action. Please stand back.
Okay, I'll stand back.
Daniel's gonna tell Kargar to tell Gorm, if it goes wrong, I'm punching her.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Gorm, one more thing. We don't have to take her out. If we could knock her out unconscious, we could carry around her unconscious body to make sure she stays unconscious.
My plan was never to kill her. I am very good at not...
Oh, when you said take her out, I had like heart palpitations. Okay, yes, okay, take her out unconscious. Yes, okay. I then repeat back to Daniel. I say Gorm has this. He's gonna take, but if we take them out, we take her out unconscious, not dead. I say that to Daniel, psychically.
Okay, Bunny, do you do your inspiration thing?
Yeah, and I was gonna ask, could I do that? Could I do take away from our saving throw and also give you an inspiration too?
It would not help me because I don't get the D8, but also just so you know, no, because action economy for some stupid reason dictates that you cannot substitute an action for a bonus action, and those are both bonus.
You could wait 12 seconds, I guess. You could do 6 seconds and then 6 seconds.
Yes, but once the thing happens, she is going to be aware and ready, so Gorm needs to be right on.
No, that's fair. Yep.
I'm sorry, did someone say that is false?
No.
Oh.
Negative.
Somehow I thought I heard someone say that is false, and I was like...
Oh, no. They were saying that's a house. And they were pointing at the ball, and I was like, that's a house.
No one said that.
Are you serious? I think you're joking.
He is.
I don't know. Frankly... Y'all are so fucking dumb, bro. I wouldn't have been all that surprised.
It's a house.
I'm just being nice. When I say y'all, I mean Cargo. So anyway. Okay, so go ahead and roll your D8. She's going to subtract it from her wisdom save as Gorm chants something in Celestial at her.
Max, I'm going to send you a DM before we go forward. Just real quick.
-4? Okay. I am waiting for this DM.
Scary.
Okay, that's fine. Actually, that's not fine because you do not know this is happening.
Ah. Okay.
So anyway, let's see. It all comes down to this wisdom saving throw, which is not going to succeed. Yeah. She apparently has no bonus in her wisdom save, and with a -4, she would need to nat 20 to succeed. So Kleina is currently under Gorm's command, and Gorm is going to now spend his next turn to use an action to take full control over her. And Kleina just kind of walks up to Lucifer and turns around and holds her hands behind her back and says, shackle me now.
I do.
You cannot give Kleina a Mind Blade because she is not your thrall.
No, I know. I'm saying once we have her under her command, can she like? Can I substitute a Mind Blade with a Mind Blade or something like that? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Mind Blades are specific to the one wearing them.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have now succeeded in this encounter. Gorm spends the time to make sure she is thoroughly tied, and then he knocks her out.
So she's a sorcerer, right, guys?
Yes.
So please tell me those are anti-magic shackles.
Yes.
Are they? Are they legitimately?
No.
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 Can we make the magic? Is there a spell that someone can cast that makes them anti-magic shackles? Is there like a spell that's an anti-magic field? Can we get an anti-magic field and put it around?
None of us know that.
I don't have access to that.
Just Gorm?
So no. However, I will say I am familiar with her magics. Unless she has gained new spells from becoming a thrall, which I find unlikely. Yeah. The only spell she could use to escape is Teleportation Circle. Teleportation Circle requires material components, and you see him fishing through her stuff right now that I have just removed.
Okay. And as an Illithid, I would know that there's nothing I could do with her brain to either free her or make her mine. Okay, good. That's what I thought. But I think I discussed that earlier about my thralls with my thralls. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the only way to free a thrall is to kill its Illithid, yes, and then cast a high-level spell on them, okay, and them to be willing to be turned back.
Yes. Okay.
Man, that's
That
is a good question, Bunny.
If we put a helmet on if we put a helmet like mine on a thrall,
it has no effect. No, the helmet stops the link from connecting. Once it's connected, it's done deal. Same with you. If you take it off and get assimilated, they can force that helmet back on you. You're fucked. You would know that.
Okay, thank you.
That's a really good question.
That is a good point, yeah. Maybe not even with Raised Dead. I bet you fucking Revivify. I bet you Gorm has Revivify. Like, yeah.
I have Revivify.
There you go, yeah. So, because Raised Dead makes you sick for like 8 days or whatever, but yeah.
We could kill her and bring her back.
But we're
that could happen.
We're trying to see if it would cure the thrallness of it.
Only one way to find out.
No, there might be another way to find out. Are we saying this all out loud, or are we in head still?
Oh, no. This is out of character.
Okay, at this point, if you'd like, you could say it all out loud. Kleina is unconscious.
Okay, I asked my thrall, I go, Jennifer, have thralls ever died and then do the Mind Flayer? Mind Flayers wouldn't bring it back because the thralls aren't important, right? Like if a thrall dies,
sorry, you're talking to Jennifer. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, Jennifer. If a thrall died, they would just not care, right? They would never revivify a thrall, right?
I am currently researching that. So give me 1 second.
Oh, Max is. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think I cannot find any information on it.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to need to rule that on my own. So can you just give me a second to ponder it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I feel like I'm having like a
Max.
I'm having real panic attacks over here. I don't know if anybody else is.
Max, I'm gonna do some childish things and put a note on her back that says "kick me."
Get out.
Cargo will stop that. Cargo will 100% stop that.
Who are you to stop me?
Kleina is still our friend. She's still in there. We need to get her out.
That doesn't mean I can't have fun.
Gorm will look at you and say, "Stop."
Fine.
I'll say out loud, there are those who used to be enemies that are friends now, and friends that are enemies but could be friends again. And I look at Kargar.
Maybe someday
Big buff guy.
Kargar misunderstands and we'll be like, and someday we'll bring back Fuji.
Bring back what?
Someday we'll resurrect Fuji.
So what happened to big buff guy?
He's still here, right? I don't. Oh, I guess I wasn't sending Kaido any messages.
Yeah.
I didn't know him.
Kaido is very confused, yes. But he's just kind of watching. He does not have anything to do with the moment.
Wait, no, I wouldn't know his name because I wasn't there.
I would want to just. I guess I'll wait until Max is done because I have some role play I want to do, but I'll wait until Max is done. Oh, I can do. Well, yeah, wait.
I'm doing paperwork as I have a lot of things to do.
Well, Lucifer, I think those paperwork are now null and void because I think those paperwork were going to Illithid. I think those paperwork were going for my brood or my pod or whatever.
No, I'm doing my paperwork.
Okay.
Stuff that I do on the side.
Okay, because I think that's the thing I was gonna say. I think any of the treaties you guys were signing with Barrismel were with my pod. I don't think they were legitimate treaties.
You don't know that.
I'm
going to be writing up contracts for things on my end.
I'm actually wondering, out of character and in character, if when you guys were signing contracts with the King and Queen Barrismel or whatever, if they were A, thralls, or B, just Illithids who were using mind control to make it look like they were humans. I actually don't know, but
Mind control wouldn't do that, but
no, hallucination. Sorry, I meant like a hallucination.
Yeah, like illusion.
Yes. I'd wonder if they could use an illusion to look like humans and be signing deals with Illithids without realizing it. Or if there's just puppet people pretending to be the king and queen with their thralls. Either way.
It's probably the latter.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be writing up contracts because I like doing that in my free time.
I don't think this is real free time, if I'm honest.
Yeah, this is like.
Well, my character has free time because I have nothing to do.
Well, in a second, you're going to have. Oh, that's a good point. Hey, Lucifer. I assume you guys have filled me in, so now Kargar knows about the pirates and everything else, right?
Well, yes.
Okay. So yeah, you should maybe get a contract ready for when we get to Bash Point, because we're going to need something.
That's quite literally what I'm doing now.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm writing contracts for that.
For Bash for the pirates. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm writing contracts for the pirates.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. They're quite asshole-ish, Jess. They're very mean.
Don't do it. We need their help.
So, I'm going to go with a solid, with the killing the thrall thing. The thrall would not know if you ask him. You are unsure.
Okay.
If you'd like to try, I can let you know what happens.
But I'm unsure. Like, no matter how I think about it, I would not know.
You would not know.
Okay, Kargar feels bad about saying this, but do we think it'd be... Kargar, I don't know if he'd say it. I'm going to have Kargar make a wisdom check or whatever, just see if he'd censor himself or if he'd say it. Because Kyle had an idea, but I think it's pretty mean. That's like right on the border. I hate to say this, but it might... You guys let me know what you think. I want to free Jennifer, I want to free Kleina. If I had to choose, though, I'd choose Kleina over Jennifer. Do we use Jennifer as a test subject, i.e., kill her, bring her back? If Jennifer's free, great, we know it'll work on Kleina. If it fails, unfortunately, Jennifer's dead. Oh no, because then we bring her back, and at least she's back, so no harm, no foul.
Revivify.
Jennifer's a thrall no matter what. Yeah.
Do we have Revivify?
I have it, and I'll be using it. I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use
Lucifer, do you have 2 spell slots that you can do it with?
Does he
Yeah.
have the material components?
Then 100%, we kill Jennifer. Jennifer, I'm sorry, Jennifer. We're probably gonna kill you and bring you back. You good?
He does not have the material components on him, but they can be acquired with ease. As a matter of fact, Gorm does. So
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So yes, guys, that's what I suggested. I suggest we kill Jennifer. I'm sorry, Jennifer.
Jennifer
and-
says, "I will do your bidding."
Cool.
I was expecting to have my brains eaten last night.
Hey guys, watch this. Jennifer, you're my friend, right?
Of
That
course.
doesn't
Sir.
count.
Hey guys,
Does not count.
guys, look at that! Look at that!
Does
Is
Does not count.
Gorm will say, "Wait a second. I do not know about this. We are killing."
No, because we're bringing her right back. That's not death. That's like a little 1-minute vacation.
But it still causes her pain.
No, Jennifer, you don't feel pain, right? Tell them you don't feel pain. Tell them you don't feel pain.
I do not feel pain.
See?
Kargar, that's not how it works.
That's a
It kind of looks like that's how it works.
Gorm will say, "I can kill her in an instant in
Exactly.
as painless way as possible."
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. Definitely don't kill her with Definitely don't kill her with the Zealous blade because we don't want her bound to hell. But yes, if we kill her, we can bring her right back.
Gorm will turn to you, Remy, and say, "What do you think?"
I think that I don't want to be here when you do it. But
Do you?
I think that unfortunately she seems willing, and if we could find a way to free our friends now, it would be worth it.
And if this works, Jennifer will be free, which is good for her in the long run too.
I love that. Unfortunately, she seems willing.
That is so fucked up that she is willing.
Tell them you don't feel pain. I don't feel pain.
Remy, I think
that was so good.
Remy, I think you should leave the room.
But Rennie, I don't think you should by yourself because all we know you're gonna get kidnapped and turned to a thrall next. I think somebody should go with you, or a couple people should go with you. I don't think we should ever be one by ourselves.
I'll go with the girl.
That's how they got Kleina. They got Kleina because one
I
of us was
think
by
you're
ourselves.
more of a threat than the thralls.
No, I do. While Lucifer can be a dick, I trust Remy with Lucifer more than I trust her with.
Lizella will go out as well.
Who?
Lizzo.
Lizella.
Okay, yeah, Lizzo. Okay, cool. So the three of you go and wait, protect each other. I will hold Jennifer's hand, and just be like, "I know you're doing this because you're my thrall, but I hope when you come back, you were Jennifer the whole time, right? Before you were Jennifer, now you're Jennifer."
Yes.
Okay. So I hope you're back to your old Jennifer self when you come back.
If that is what you wish.
Yes.
I
Oh my god!
my
Question. Oh my god!
wait,
I just
Kyle.
said
Before
Jennifer.
that,
Oh yeah, go.
before that, on my way out, I tapped Daniel on the nose with protection from evil, and good.
There you go.
Hi.
Hey, from what I know about thralls, can their owner just release them?
No.
Okay. What if I commanded her to be free? How the fuck would that work?
Doesn't work.
She wouldn't be able to. Thralls are like almost dead inside. They are practically emotionless. Even if you command them to show emotion, it does not work all that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's do this. So I go. Okay. Thank you, Gorm. Let's try it. We're doing surgery here. We're doing.
Wait, tell them you don't feel pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, this is just. This Jennifer, this won't hurt you. This won't hurt. And then Gorm, this is just thrall removal surgery. That's how we gotta think about this. This is just medicine.
Stab her through the heart and get it over with.
Yeah. Or
Snaps neck.
no, we don't want to do anything that breaks anything. Well, I guess if I wouldn't matter, right?
If I wouldn't heal it, I'm
could
going
cut
to
her head
snap her
off,
neck.
right?
I'm going to snap her neck because there will be less blood all over.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't decapitate someone though. I don't think Revivify fixes that.
That's what I was
It
gonna
doesn't.
say, yeah.
Gorm will literally just walk up and she doesn't resist it in one swift instant, just snap her neck.
I feel her hand go limp in my hand.
Sure.
You were holding
And she
her
falls
hand.
to the ground.
I
And
told
you see-
I was like, Jennifer, I'm sorry.
Gorm isn't necessarily happy about this, but you all notice, if you're in the room, that he doesn't really hesitate at all. If this is a thrall, it is controlled by the enemy in a way. He's more hesitant because it is Kargar's thrall, but at the same time, if this were something this is a monster, a shell of a human at this
Agreed.
point.
Yes.
So while Gorm isn't necessarily happy about the situation, it's also not like he is deeply emotionally saddened by
At the
it.
same
And you
time,
You can tell that by his blank expression.
At the same time, she's kind of my daughter.
He gives Lucifer the ruby required to cast Revivify. I'm pretty sure it's a ruby, and he says, "Do it."
Lucifer, leave the room.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
I'll walk
So,
back in as I hear the snap.
so did Lizella. So no, it's fine. Gorm will cast the spell. It's literally not a problem.
Okay. That would have
So
been
yes,
fucked up. We just
excuse me. It's diamonds worth 300. So Gorm takes a handful of small diamonds and he crushes them in his palm, and he sprinkles them over the corpse. And he begins to chant in Celestial, and a bright light comes out of the corpse and then stops, and the corpse remains dead.
Okay, that's probably because she died. How long? What's the time limit on Revivify? Is it like a day? Is it a minute? What's Revivify, guys?
It's also willing. She's probably not willing.
No, Jennifer would want to come back. Her true
Would
self,
she?
I think, would do it.
Would
Her
she?
true self, I'd think.
Revivify
6 years
is
ago.
not willing.
Not willing. But what's the time limit? Because
It's
she was
died
trying-
within the last minute.
Yes, I think because she technically died 60 years ago, that's why it wouldn't work.
But she's
So
still
is
aging.
there?
Yeah, they don't die. They lose their
No,
soul.
but her soul wasn't in there. That's my point. If her soul wasn't in there, if her soul was on the celestial plane or the infernal plane 60 years ago.
If you thought this, why'd you kill her
Oh,
off?
Kyle just had this thought. Kargar did not have this thought before. Kyle did. Well, Kargar is saying it now. Guys, what's a bring back spell that goes? What's like one that doesn't have a time limit that goes 60 years?
Resurrection and True Resurrection.
Does anybody have either of those?
Negative.
No, I would say Bunny is in the room and watching this, and like at the sight of like her not getting up, she'd probably like rush over and use Spare the Dying in hopes that that might work.
Will not work.
No, Kargar is also really upset. Okay, so I really think it's a 60-year thing. It could be the Thrall thing. It could be, but I really think it's a 60-year thing.
I would come back in and I would roll Insight on that.
That would
Or
not be
Arcana.
Arcana?
I would give you Arcana with disadvantage.
Can I have Arcana with advantage because I'm an Illithid? Or
No.
flat because I'm an Illithid? Okay.
Yeah, I will give it anyone with disadvantage. Not even you can have advantage on it.
Can I have it flat?
No.
Okay, I'll take it with disadvantage just because.
Okay, buddy, you are. You still think that you cast Spare the Dying again? You're like, I don't know if this. You know, like.
18.
11.
No,
18
roll a
with-
2. It's disadvantage.
18
No,
with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage. I have it too. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, wait, the 2? I thought that one was first. It showed up as first on my end.
Disadvantage
one.
doesn't mean first. It means whichever one is worse.
I rolled the
Oh.
nat 1. So I'm just like, what the fuck's going on?
So you take your 4.
Okay.
Okay.
None of you are sure.
Yeah,
I'm just-
But he
I'm
isn't even
gonna-
in the room, so.
I'm gonna say it.
No, he
I
came back
walked
in.
back in.
Oh,
hypothetically,
okay.
if I know this doesn't solve it, but if you guys had to guess, when was Kleina by herself? Do you have any idea when she could have been taken?
Any given night.
How long have we been on this continent in total?
About a month, I want to say.
Okay, are there any spells that you could bring someone back if they died within a month? Or somewhere in that range?
Not that we would have.
Okay. What's the furthest back we could go with the spells we have?
I mean, in theory, infinitely.
Oh no, with the spells we have, I said.
With the spells we currently have, Revivify.
Yes.
That is the highest spell we
Revivify
have.
is the highest one we have. Oh, I see. That's only a minute. Okay.
No, I have one that goes back 10 days. Raised
Which one's
Dead.
that?
Raised Dead
Okay.
goes back 10 days.
Oh, Raised Back Dead goes back 10 days. So, if we could pinpoint the point that Kleina was taken, and if it was within the last 10 days,
I
Raised
will
Dead
say-
should work.
Daniel did also interject. It's in chat, just so everyone
Oh.
knows.
Stop being sentimental and see the real threat. She's a thrall. We don't even know the magic that can get rid of it. Well, no, I don't think we should. I do not think we should I don't think we should do that because I know that thralls can be released. If you kill the thrall, if you kill the person that thralled them, you can release them. So like, if I had died, Jennifer could be freed. So I think we don't kill Kleina. We keep her subdued. We keep her knocked out. Every time we think she's stirring, we re-knock her out. We keep her under, and then we kill the Illithids. If we kill it's not being sentimental. I think that's logical. We need Kleina. If we kill the Illithid that thralled her, we'll get Kleina back.
Also, what if Lazella became a thrall? Would
Yeah.
Daniel be willing to kill
Daniel,
her?
would you be this logical about it? No, let's kill Lazella. Let's just do it. Remy's a thrall. Let's just kill her.
Take him out. I'll do it.
What if John was a thrall?
Oh
Say
well.
the Agios.
Poor guy.
Shame.
You wouldn't try to save her? You wouldn't do all in your power to bring her back?
Nah, I wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't either.
Let's ask people though. If somebody was, Lazella, if you were turned into a thrall, would you want us to try to bring you back, or would you want us to kill you instantly?
Death is the greatest gift anyone can have.
7. Oh my god.
One moment.
Wait, what did Lazella say? I didn't hear her.
She's a little stunned for it. She's not.
Okay. Remy, if you were a thrall, would you want us to save you, or would you want us to...
I'm not in the room.
Yeah. Oh, you're not. I
Remy...
came back in when...
if Remy never went back in, Lazella never.
What I love about this?
Well, the only reason that
it's over now. You
Lucifer
can
went
come
back
back.
in was because he gave him the gem, right?
Oh, no.
Because
But
you never
no.
called
You
us
guys-
back
Oh,
into
sorry.
the room,
It's over now. Come back in the room. Yes, we call you back in.
and her body's just
You guys
there.
can.
Yes.
You
and
guys
then
can
Daniel
ask
said
this
what-
question.
Daniel said what he said. What? What'd you say? Yes to what?
I said you guys asked this question like you haven't already brought someone back from the dead against well, not against their will, but like
Oh, no.
like
it's
it
not
was
about
an
that.
issue. You know what I mean?
No. Bringing people back isn't the issue. Daniel is saying he does, in Daniel's opinion, we can't bring back somebody who's a thrall. And I'm saying I think you could, and I think
Not
you could
what I
save
said.
someone. Well, you're saying we should just kill her because it's pointless kind of a thing, is what you were kind of
No, at this point, there is
Yes.
no reason to put
And
ourselves.
I'm saying that I think that that's assuming too soon. I think there's ways out. And I was just saying, back to the point, Remy, what would you want if you were, if I asked you right now, if you're turned into a thrall tomorrow, should we try to cure you, or should we just put you out of your misery?
She'd look at Gorm, and she said, "Is Gorm also a thrall? Is he alive?"
Gorm's alive still.
Then I would want you to save me because I have someone to protect here. If it was my life against Gorm's, or I was causing harm to you, then I would expect you to kill me.
Yes, and I think if Kleina escapes from us and it was a fight to the death, we should kill her. I agree. What I will say to that, Daniel, is that I can tell you my pod is only 3 other Illithids. Obviously, they have thralls, yes. But provided we can get past the thralls, or like, oh shit.
Max, quick question.
Guys,
Channel divinity. Can I use my channel divinity to bring her back?
What is your channel divinity?
Your oath allows you to channel divine energy to fuel magic effects. When you use your divine energy, you can choose which option to use. You must.
No, you have 2 options. You have Sacred Weapon and Turn the Unholy, neither of which applies
neither of
here.
those are about
Okay.
or anything. What was I saying? I think we could take out the 3 Illithids. I think there's only 3 of them. There are, I don't know how many are in this room right now, Max. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 players plus 3 or 4 NPCs. There's like 11 of us. I think the 11 of us could take on 3 Illithids. The thralls would be an issue, but they're all humanoids. They're all like, they're not, big. Yeah. So I don't know, but
Okay, Kyle, I'm gonna say this right now because
okay.
we are in a town of like guards that have been known to they are strong monks. You're not thinking it correctly.
No. I get that. We don't fight them in the town. I'm suggesting I just escaped from my base. I lead you back in. I was down below. It's literally the 4 of them and their thralls that are there. The 3 of them and the
We are
thralls that are there.
not doing that.
Okay, that's fair.
We are not diving into their base half-cocked right now.
Okay. Not half-cocked.
I would like to take, Kargar, I would like to take this moment to fill you in on everything else that's happening. At the moment, this is Kaido, you've met him. No, you have not done that. As soon as you were introduced, he said, let's go talk, but it was just a guise to deal with Kleina.
I see.
He says, this is Kaido, I believe you've met him.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaido is very visibly uncomfortable at you. but he's kind of registered what's happening at this point.
Kaido, I'm a good one. Hi, my name's Kargar. I'm good.
He says Kaido's hometown is being attacked by Greybeard in search of those two.
Yes.
He's come seeking help to deal with the Illithids, yes, and would help us with your problem. However, at the same time, back home, the Urigiri Mono have declared war against the land. They have destroyed Volford. Our old friend Kaiser and his entire kingdom there is dead, leveled to the ground, a burning ash where it once stood. One man alone, according to reports, did all of that.
Yeah.
We are in a very precarious situation, and we need to decide where our forces go carefully. He turns to Daniel and he says, we are not in a situation where we can kill a potential ally. And then he turns to Kargar and says, we are also not in a situation where we can just dive into enemy territory without thinking through first.
Okay.
Our current priority is getting out of Barrismel. We can all decide where to go from there. I will graph when we are safe.
The only thing I know... Oh, hey, since I know this, in my memories, Max, is Barrismel the... I know Barrismel's the capital, but...
Barrismel is the only place currently taken over by Illithids.
That's what I was thinking, thank you.
The Illithids chose Barrismel because it's the capital.
Yes, okay.
Anybody have a bag of holding?
What, sorry?
I do not.
I
A
thought
bag of holding.
I have 2 bags of holding, actually.
one of us definitely did.
One of them is filled with rats, so.
One is filled with rats and one is filled with holy water. Which would you like?
Can I have... Gordon is like stunned. He's like, huh? Can I have the one filled with holy water, please?
Sure, and I hand him my bag of holy water.
Gallons of holy water.
He opens this and he says, do you have a different way to transport this?
I mean, I could, but then like I wouldn't be able to carry as much.
You're such an idiot.
Agios, please pick up Kleina for me.
Put her in the bag.
Okay. Okay, I'm holding it.
You don't even have to get
Ground.
I want you to go in with her.
Into
Into
the
this
bag of holding. Okay,
Yes.
well then you're gonna need to hold my bag of rats so we don't cause some
Gorm?
cataclysm here.
He
Gorm?
takes your bag of rats.
If-
Well inside of a bag of holding, you will not be able to breathe.
There you go.
We are going to get out of Barrismel as quickly as possible without Kleina being transported out in order to not raise suspicions. I
Okay.
will not allow you to die.
I can hold my breath for maybe 5 minutes, so like...
Make
Let's
sure
see how
you
we
keep
do.
Kleina above the water.
Gorm, hypothetical question. Kleina's a sea elf. She can breathe underwater. Could
She
we not
cannot
keep-
breathe in the bag whether there is water in it or not.
Really? The
A
oxygen is
creature
low.
cannot breathe in a bag of holding.
Well, I thought that was because there was no oxygen in there, but I figured the water would have the O2 in the... Okay. Alright.
It's holy water though. Does it have any water in it? Any air in it?
Yeah, water has O2 in it by default, no matter what. But,
It's like
Fucking
pure
suck.
air as well. Fresh air.
okay, that's fair. I didn't think about it that way.
Do you have a question, Bunny?
I was gonna say, no, actually, never mind. It's okay.
Okay. He turns to Lizella. So do you hop in the bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in the bag with Lizella.
We're gonna open that
Yeah,
back up. We're gonna have two
fine.
dead people.
So he closes it. He very quickly puts it away. He has your bag of rats. You did not destroy everything. He puts that away too. He turns to Lizella and he very quickly says, "Come with me," and then turns to everyone else and says, "Meet us outside Barrismel."
Cast invisibility.
I'm gonna say, Remy just nods her head, and she like gets ready to roll.
Sorry, I think the official ruling is that there's 10 minutes worth of air in the bag of holding. So if there's water, I don't know. I don't know what the minimum of air
Okay.
in water is.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah, we are definitively going with right now. There is no air in this bag of holding.
Okay, that's fair. I'll stop.
I'm going invisible. We get out of here.
Okay. He takes Lizella outside and he says, "Cast Conjure Celestial quickly." Lizella summons her Pegasus, and they hop on and fly out of Barrismel.
Did he
By
still
the way, my
a
Pegasus
meeting
is still
outside of
summoned,
Erisville?
and they're with you.
If your Pegasus is still summoned, he would just take that. Actually, Pegasus is definitively not still summoned because it has been a day now.
Doesn't it last?
Question.
I will cast find steed, and I'll find a bone horse, and I'll go out of town.
Takes time to cast, but I also don't care to hear the specifics of how everyone gets out of town. Everyone gets out of town.
Everyone gets out of town. You get out of town.
So he gets out in a couple of minutes, and he opens the bag and pulls out Kleina, who is still alive, and pulls out Agios, who is still alive, and gives Agios back his 2 bags.
Thank you.
You
You're
have
now
less
having
rats
holy
here?
water.
It feels lighter. Are there less rats in here now?
No.
You stole your rats? What are you...
Yeah, I was like, do you steal my rats?
No, I did not.
Just realized
We've
you
always
could
wanted
just
rats.
leave the bag of holding open, like manually, and just spray rats into the illithid thing. This is not in character.
I
Yeah,
have a
just
question.
yes. What's your question?
So if someone casts invisibility, can they cast it on themselves, or would that need to be greater invisibility?
Yes.
You can cast it on yourself.
Okay, for sure. I'm sorry. I was just confused by the two.
Well,
Greater
Either one can
invisibility is
cast
just
on
harder
either
to
yourself
detect.
or other people.
yeah, greater
It is-
invisibility just
Greater
lasts a
invisibility
minute
is
and
not
attack.
harder. Greater invisibility is not harder to detect. It's just it does not end if you do specific things. The invisibility does
okay.
end before. However, it also does not last as long as Daniel said. I believe it's 10 minutes to an hour, but I could be wrong on the specific time.
I think it's just a minute in general because it's
You might be right.
combat spell.
I'm not 100% sure.
Let me look it up. Greater.
So anywho,
Okay.
you guys are outside of Barrisfell, and he says we should head. He looks around and he says, we need to split up."
Let's split up, gang.
What are
So-
we gonna do? What's the plan? Where are we
Do
going?
we think this is a split up, or is it a we defeat 1, we defeat 2, we defeat 3? Like, do we just go
But
1,
there
2,
isn't
3?
enough time
There's
for
not
us
time.
to
There's-
do that.
There's not enough time for that to happen.
Okay.
Kaido,
I'm obviously heading to the pirates. There's that.
Kaido, I will still allow you, Lucifer, to help convince the pirates. And Dante, I believe you are going with Kaido as well, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Bunny, do you wish to accompany your brother, or would you like to stay with the guild for now?
Bunny looks at her brother and shit. Well, no. Would you say her brother? She just like ignores the fact that Dante exists and looks at Kaido, and she's like, "I'm going with Kaido." Like, yeah.
Well,
At this
So
point,
the-
I'll.
Oh, okay. It's almost
Am
like
I-
I warned you about this.
go ahead,
Okay.
Agios.
I was gonna say,
Then Luckyfoot.
at this point, I'm gonna like look at Gorm and ask him where he's going.
Gorm will say, I still need to go back home. We need to defend the Adventurers Guild. And he turns to Remy and says, I know that you are going to come with me. He turns to Kargar and says, I think we should get you off this continent. If you even have the slightest chance of getting reassimilated, it's over.
Okay. Do you think that this is a thing where we don't fight the Illithid, we come back later now that we know they're controlling Barrismel? Is that what you're saying? Or you're
I'm
saying we
not
send a
sure.
different group that's not me?
We definitely, if we send a group that is not you. That's definitive.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I'd be under, because I know the base and I have memories of them and I might know their strategy, so I was thinking I could be an asset in that regard. And I might know how they, because I have my memories back. I don't know if I told you guys, I have my memories back. So,
At this point, now that we have escaped,
yeah.
now that you're gone, it will not be long before they realize that you and Kleiner are gone. The
Yes.
town will be on high alert waiting for us.
Okay.
This is no longer a we can sneak into the base type situation.
Yeah.
This is a we need to come back with a force.
Yes.
He turns to Kaido and he says, we need to liberate Barrismel for the good of your entire continent. I am loaning you Lucifer for now in hopes that in the future you will loan me forces to help deal with the Illithid threat that I hear is bothering you as well. And Kaido nods. So, he turns to Remy and he turns to Kargar and he says, these two are coming with me. And then he turns to Lizella, Daniel, and Akios, and he says, where would you three like to go? And Lizella grabs Daniel's hand and says, I will go where Daniel goes.
Oh no.
Well, I know I don't want to go with Gorm. That's all I know.
With Kaido, it is.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Gorm. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna come with you,
It
Gorm.
is.
The lesser of two evils.
No, it's probably the greater, but like, I want to be there when it happens.
Is it the greater of two evils?
It's more fun for me.
I'm sorry, are you claiming Gorm evil or the Uragiri Mono?
Neither.
He's saying like the thing of like it's like lesser of two evils of his two choices, not actually evil.
Gotcha.
Yeah, neither sounds bad. It's just this sounds more fun to me.
Okay. Daniel, where are you going with Lozella?
That is a very tough question that I do not have the answer to right now.
Roll a d2.
Gorm will say, take a moment to figure it out. I'm going to go contact Easegraph. And he pulls out 3 sentences.
No, I can see. Do you guys see me right now? Am I on video?
Yes. I don't see you, no.
Max says he sees me.
I see you, yeah.
Agio sees me too. Yeah.
I'm gonna restart Discord then.
Yeah, I just told Jess the same thing. Gorm, are we taking Kleina back to the other continent as well? Maybe Mjolkarth could look at her?
We are. I don't think Mjolkarth would help, but I think we can lock her up for the moment.
Okay, I mean, Mjolkarth helped me.
You were not already assimilated. I don't know. For the moment, we will deal with this when we are at the other
Okay, as long as she's coming with us, yes. Okay,
She is coming with us.
Okay.
She is not safe here.
Yes, agreed.
Also, she is a right hand. She should... what happens to her should be a decision of her Varnaman.
Which would be Mjolkarth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing I'm afraid of. I hope they don't... I mean, I know we can't just attack them now. I'm afraid
is that a 7th
they're
level
going to move or relocate or something, and we won't be able to find the pod again. I don't know, but...
So
yeah.
Gorm leaves. Gorm takes a step away to do his Setting Stone thing. Agios, you'd like to ask that aloud, or is that an out-of-game thing?
That's out of game. Nobody knows what I know, because I didn't tell any of them, remember?
No, but that's fine.
I think I'll find a good time to tell him. Probably when we're not like in the middle of this big rush.
I see what 7th level spell we need. Alright.
For what?
Nothing, I'm just checking.
If you want to. Or with Lozella, whatever you want to do.
Let me know when we have left.
I don't want to speak with Gorm.
You wait for the setting to be over and you walk over to Gorm.
Okay.
Lozella asks, do you want me to come with you?
I mean...
Or is this a private affair?
If you're there or not, it doesn't change anything. So it's up
Lozella will follow them.
Okay. Because I just want to mention to Gorm the vision that we had with Lisa, and him.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's going to happen anytime, it's going to happen.
I believe Gorm knows about this vision.
Yes,
number one.
So I'm reminding him.
I will also say that the vision was specifically Jaraxxus, who at the moment is still believed dead.
What was the vision that I had with him dying?
I don't remember. That was sessions ago, man.
I remember
the vision
him,
was not specifically Jaraxxus. It was just Lisa, and Gorm together dying.
No, it was dying fighting Jaraxxus.
Then I'm crazy.
That's why Slanesh killed.
Yes, that is why I killed her.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm insane.
Correct.
I got shared the part 2 of that basically.
I don't think you got showed part 2. I am starting to remember. I think he showed you the same vision that he had showed Slanesh. So that you
I wasn't sure if it was the same one or if it was different. Because I remember you said that
pretty sure it was the same one, but we can always check the streams. I might go back and check the streams. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
It was a long time ago, and there was many a session in the middle where you were not there, so I'm not sure. Anywho.
But I still bring it up because
Gorm will say, I am not currently worried about that. We need to address the matters at hand.
We can still address the matters at hand, but here maybe it'd be better if you address the matters on this continent.
I think. Um, 1 second.
And Daniel's like his main reason for this is because even though we presume the person is dead, if someone had the power to destroy Volford, they'd have the power to kill off 2 Varnermans, and we were able to.
All the more reason
kill
we
off
need
2
all of
Raxes
the Varnermen there to defend against such a power. I would rather go there and die defending what I believe in than stay here because a prophecy foretold my death and not defend the Adventurers Guild. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, but I really appreciate your concern for my well-being.
Say Remy just looks
And-
upset at what he said.
I've been
In-
kind of a dick to you as of late. Thought I'd show. Wasn't just me not liking you.
This point, Easegraph appears next to you. And as he appears, you just see him go, oh.
Wait, what has happened?
Very deep sigh of relief. This guy just appeared. You don't know him, actually.
Hi, Yeastgrass.
He's
But
great.
everyone else
Two
seems to.
seconds. Okay, everybody else knows him. Okay,
Yes.
so-
Hey, Max, I'm sending you a thing.
ahead.
Just give me a nod if I'm right.
He's a Varnerman.
Gorm, I want you to decide.
Does Bunny know this one?
Where do I go?
Hey, Gorm, I just had a thought, buddy, old pal. Hey, Max, is
Alright.
Easegraph a thrall?
They're not here.
Oh.
They're on another continent. He
No,
just.
no,
He's-
no. I'm actually now wondering if the Illithid have the other continent too. I'm now wondering that.
No, you know for a fact, Kyle, that the Illithid are only in Bearsmell. And I have told you.
Look,
At
on
least
this
your
continent-
sect of Illithid.
Yes, okay.
And Easegraph would not be so easily turned into a thrall. He is a literal divination wizard. So, he looks up and he says, I took a big risk teleporting here without proper knowledge of the place. Fortunately, I was able to make it. And he says, I hear the situation has changed and we're only bringing some of us. Everyone who is going to the old continent, come with me.
Oh,
Now
I
look at
guess
Gorm.
I'm coming
Where am I
with
going,
you,
Gorm?
yeah.
I step forward.
Yep, me too.
Daniel, Lizella looks to you.
I do as my commander commands.
He left the choice open to you.
Daniel, threw it back at him.
Daniel's throwing it back at him.
Yes.
He looks. So let me think about this.
He throws it back.
Staying, going.
Yeah, what are the numbers like?
It's
'Cause I don't-
literally
I don't
split
have-
down
I
the
can't-
middle.
Wait, what is it? I don't have like it in my.
It's literally perfect split down the middle.
Yeah.
4 and 4, 5 and 5. What are we looking at?
It's
So,
four. So the
okay,
problem is,
Ki-
where
yeah,
I go,
Kaido-
it'll be split incorrectly.
Yes.
Okay.
Kaido, Lucifer, Bunny, Dante are staying. Gorm, Remy, Kargar, and
Dante.
no.
You already said Dante?
Yes,
Agios.
I already said that. Yes, and Agios are going.
Go.
So the issue here is that Lucella wants to
Lucella
stay.
is going where Daniel is going.
So wherever
yes.
I go, it's split incorrectly.
Well, yeah, because you can't count Kleina coming with us. That's
Actually,
fair.
wait,
No.
wait. I have a question.
If we don't count Kaido, because Kaido's gonna have his people going there too, right?
No, you still count Kaido because he's
Kaido.
basically the Gorm of that group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, is Easegraph is he the person Luzella's in charge of?
Yes,
I
Lucella is the right hand of Eastrap.
Easegraph. Yeah.
What's up, Lucifer?
I'm gonna get hated.
I'm thinking about this very carefully because I'm trying not to tell them that I know what I know.
I don't know what you know.
What I messaged you. The spell. Is there anyone that has that on the mainland?
100%. Mother Wendell had true resurrection to start.
Okay. So,
Can we bring Jennifer's body then? I'd like to bring Jennifer's body with us when we go.
Sure, you bring Jennifer's body.
That's a move.
Yeah, he was, because it literally does not matter, everyone would know this. In the mainland, there are people with strong enough resurrection to attempt to bring back Jennifer.
Okay, good. Okay, and then we'll know if that will work for Kleina. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, but I didn't want to meta that shit. I was trying to be extremely careful.
What? Yeah, why don't we ask Eastgraph what he wants to do with Lizella, since he has control over Lizella?
He will say, I'm not fully understanding of the situation here. We have gotten 3 sendings off. I merely have a brief description.
Oh, sorry.
Greybeard is attacking a town nearby.
As amazing a fighter as Lizella is, I think that this threat might be beyond her. Right and left hands are currently ordered to not engage the Uragiri Mono. Only the Varnermen are supposed to be on the front lines. The right and left hands can assist if they are there. I think, as much as I would love Lizella by my side, her choosing to stay here would be equally beneficial to her coming. And she should go where she thinks she would be best.
Here's my next question for Daniel, then.
I'm asking to speak with Eastgraph alone.
Okay. How many Senshi are going
that one.
which direction? Just
How
the
many
Senshi. Sorry,
well,
let's go player characters. Forget
it's
all
split,
NPCs.
It's
how many
split 50-50
players?
because
player characters is different.
Okay.
If we're not counting me, which we should not,
yes,
we have Bunny, Lucifer, and Agios. Or excuse me, we have Bunny and Lucifer stay. Oh no, it is perfect.
It's split 50-50.
Yeah, I forgot about Chris because he's not on my screen in the same way.
Yeah,
it's still split 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, there is Sean, but he's a wild card and he's not here. So yeah.
Sean's dicking off trying to find more people.
Well, I already know 100% where Sean would be. He'd stay here because
I will say Sean is staying by default, but I also wouldn't necessarily consider him in the decision.
No, I agree. Yes.
There's a reason I want to speak with Eastgraph.
Okay, yeah, do it.
You can. So you ask Eastgraph if you can speak with him alone.
Yes.
Okay, he honors that. He pulls you aside.
Okay. So Daniel is gonna just look at Eastgraph and ask, "Can you order Lizella to stay behind?"
I can.
Her parents are in this continent. If Greybeard takes over the continent or does anything to damage the continent because he knows where her parents are, it'll be devastating. But I want to go and deal with the Origiri Mono, and she said she wants to stick with me.
Do you think it's wise? She will undoubtedly know that this was your request.
Give 2 orders so she doesn't know which one was Daniel.
You're fucked either way.
The group here is split 50-50. If she goes with me, one group will be weaker than the other.
If you insist, it is not my job to deal with your backlash.
I'm aware.
Eastgraph walks over and he says, Lizella, I say that I do not need you on the fight with the Uragiri Mono. I wish you to stay here. And Lizella nods in agreement and looks to you and kind of like nods her head over towards Kaido.
Holy shit!
Like, come on.
And you're like basically breaking up with her, like, no, I'm going the other way.
Ruh-roh.
Dragons can fly across oceans, right?
Yes.
Can they?
Can they?
Elder dragons can.
Yes. So if like Greybeard conquers the continent, Lizella and her family could fly back to our continent.
In theory.
Hypothetically.
If you really think Lizella's parents are willing to give up Old Barrismell, you got another thing coming.
I mean,
yeah,
but they could regroup and get help.
They don't care.
I don't know.
They don't
care.
All right.
There also is the argument to be made for could the pirates take down 2 Elder dragons?
That was gonna be my second question. Yes.
If
the answer is maybe.
Can I explain my thought process here? Because the other silver dragon was also an elver dragon, and the weaker Uragiri Mono that were afraid to deal with Pirate Man took one down.
I will say Kaido is also on par. Had the whole village backing him and is on par with Greybeard at bare minimum.
Yeah.
So
but
you just to counter it, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but to counter it, Kaido, with his whole crew backing him, had asked for the assistance of two Urigirimono to deal with the Elder Dragon. Those Urigirimono were Fuji and Bink, the Earth Jin fighter. So it's not the greatest. Now you also do know that. No, you can note that there did not seem to be a lot of damage to the town from the fight. So there's something to be taken from that as well. But there is also a mindset of Kaido, possibly the strongest man you've ever met. Certainly appears to be so. Needed the help of a Jin fighter and a former Senshi who has been training under a Jin fighter to deal with the Elder Dragon. Or at the bare minimum, requested the assistance.
Jess, I sent you a DM.
Yeah.
God damn.
So anyway, but I'm not trying to sway you. I'm just trying to point out the other side of the argument. Your side is also completely valid. So, where we have left off is Lizella says, "Understood, sir," and beckons you to come with her. It has not even crossed her mind that you would not go with her.
Time to start a war.
There's going to be 3 wars going on. Pirates, Urigirimono,
Lizella and Daniel. The war of love.
Yeah. The Illithids compare nothing to Lizella and Daniel.
Lizella Daniel.
Yeah, technically there's a 4th war that we're just putting on hold until we deal with the other wars.
Good old war on terror. Fighting on 4 fronts.
Now Dalton should pull Gorm over and be like, "Gorm, I need you to command me to go with you." So Dalton can wash his hands of everything and just be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, they both commanded us to go in 2 different directions. I'm sorry, Lizella." Daniel, I gave you an out.
Yes, and that out won't work because she has a good insight.
That out won't work because she's just not stupid as fuck. Like, I'm not holding you to literal time, but if it will start, it would start to be like an awkward silence after.
Oh no, I'm just typing it because I don't want to say it and mess
Oh,
it
I
up.
know. But I've been seeing typing go on and off and on and off and on and off. Like because you're typing, it is a different timeline. But at a certain point, it would become Lizella is standing there watching you not.
Every
go,
time you
know
type
what I mean?
and delete, that's you in real life going,
Well,
like
the main pause was me getting that first part.
Use the real name.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is that?
balance in all things.
Okay, she looks at you, and she goes, "Oh, okay."
Aw, snaps.
If
What am I not able to read?
that is,
It says, Isgraf, can I speak with you?
No, after that.
Oh, Liz Turak?
Liz took R.
Yeah, I'm going with them. It makes the most sense for us not to unbalance the groups. We shouldn't stay together just due to our relationship.
And she goes, "Oh, okay. You're right. It would be foolish. It would be foolish for us to put our wants ahead of the guild's needs."
We could. Okay, I I do send a mind link to I tap Daniel on the shoulder, and then I try to activate a
No,
mind
this
link.
time you could just mind link.
Cool. Daniel, I know it's not an emergency, and I know you told me only in emergencies, but I had a thought, so let me just run it by you. If we could find other people to trade, or change where they're going, you and Lizella could stay together if, for example, we had somebody else in the group switch sides. So if one side became uneven, we could then put you two on the same side.
Well, I don't think Agios is gonna change his mind because Agios never changes his mind, and
I mean,
the
I
other
could if
two
you
are
asked me
staying
nicely.
here.
If you asked them nicely, maybe.
If you asked me nicely,
Who are the 4 that are staying here? Because of those 4, if you just convince one to stay, you're good. And one to go, you're good. So who are the 4?
I'm very understanding when I'm asked, you know. But like
Well,
when
the thing is,
when it's
I'm
left up to
going.
me to make the decision, I'm not very bright.
No, I know, you're definitely going. That's what I'm saying. If you can get somebody... Okay, sorry, yeah, you need somebody...
Well, Agios was going, so if
Yes.
you convinced Agios to stay...
Then you could go
You
in his
know,
place.
actually, let me ask this. Agios, with your kind, sympathetic paladin heart, when you hear that, would you offer to stay to keep Lizella and Daniel together?
Yeah, I'm gonna with my very great, not bad at all acting, go. Oh, actually, I think I might stay. Oh, yeah, I think I should stay. I think that might be a brighter idea.
And Kargar gives Daniel a nudge towards Lizella, being like, "No, ask her to go with us."
Daniel's just gonna look at Easegraph real quick and be like,
You gave the order, Easegraph. I will send a message to Easegraph, and I'll say, Easegraph.
Denied.
Daniel says to negate the order, and so that way that she can switch with Agios. I sent that to Easegraph.
Definitive, Eastcraft would be backpedaling a little, and he'd go, well, yes, certainly. So, I guess, Lizella, we don't want to, if we're losing a Senshi, we would need the strength of a right hand to join us, and it seems as though you are the wisest option. So I now think that you should come with me back home.
Kargar fixed it. Thank you, Agios.
And Lizella kind of looks down at the ground and just goes, "Okay, let's go."
Oh shit!
Eastcraft says, "Not a moment to lose, everybody," and begins to cast teleportation.
Before we leave, Kargar would just say to the group that's staying, "Remember, Kleina was taken by the Illithid. Keep an eye on each other. Don't let anybody else be taken. We don't want to find out that there's more thralls of you guys. So just make sure you."
Kaido puts his arm around Bunny and says, "I will defend your group with all of my might."
Okay.
I'm just gonna smile and wave.
But it might not be a physical fight. It might be like while you're sleeping, you get taken or something. So yeah, Okay.
Before they go off, Bunny just runs up to Remy and hugs her and says please be safe, and then walks back to Kaido.
Wait, does that mean that? Oh yeah. So right now the groups of players are me, Jess, and Dalton in that group, and everyone else in the other group.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
I pray that your soul go to the correct place when you die. I mean, good luck on your trip.
I'm Max. I'm going to talk with Kaido most of the way there, so that I can have as much information and as much blackmail as I can on the pirates.
You probably want to talk to Daniel before we separate, because Daniel was in the pirates' captivity for 2 weeks.
Well, Daniel is with him. Oh, I'm Daniel. I'm thinking Dante. My bad. Continue.
No, Daniel is going back to the
I was mixing up Daniel and Dante.
Oh, okay.
Please continue.
Yeah, before we teleport, Lucifer, you might just kind of a couple sentences with Daniel, because he knows more about their compound and more about their situation, because he was.
I will say there's not really a lot of time for a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Eastcraft seems to be every matter that is currently happening is urgent. Okay. Now is not the time for Lucifer's conniving.
I'm gonna toss Lucifer little.
Oh wait, guys! Guys! Oh shit! I just remembered. If we're talking about, sorry, before we say anything else, guys, before we leave, I just realized 2 people here are immune. Charles, interim, is immune from being a thrall. and I point at Remy. Remy is also immune from being a thrall.
Gorm turns to you and says, "Why is that?"
So, in order for me to make the Mind Blade that I gave to Remy and Charles Interim, I had to do the same kind of thing as a thrall ship, but in friendship. I made them friend thralls, kind of thing. Like, I bonded with them, but I didn't enslave them. But that bond protects them from possible enslavement.
Gorm looks at Easgraf and then looks back at you and says, "Could you not do that to all of us right now?"
Yeah, Easgraf, stop. Easgraf, don't make that teleportation circle. Maybe that's it. Maybe we do fight the Illithids then. Maybe I make us all immune and we fight the Illithids? No, that's not the answer, right? Okay, cool. But I can make us all immune. Yes, I can make us if you...
Kargar,
yeah.
What happens to us if you get taken back by the Hive?
Then, hypothetically speaking, you would not automatically become thralls to the bad guys, but you would be more susceptible to the bad guys. Yes.
Do you
so
want
it would give you
entirety of the Senshi and two Varnamen?
No, probably not. Probably not. That's why I think it was a solid idea. But it's like a pros and cons. You could get immediate immunity, but a possible con later on. That'd be the idea.
Or I'm not saying this is, but an evil plot for Kargar to switch sides all of a sudden, and then everyone in the Adventures Guild
the campaign suddenly becomes the Adventures of Kargar and his thralls.
Yes! Oh my god, I just make my whole team my best friends because they're my slaves now. Yes, that sounds good.
I'm gonna just insight Kargar.
You get a mind blade, and you get a mind blade, and you get a mind blade, and you get a mind blade. Hey guys, you all get cool psychic swords. You just have to be my friends forever.
I have no idea.
Alright, so I will say, at this point, Easgraf has heard the suggestion. It has been dashed down.
Okay.
He is done waiting, and he says, "We need to go now."
Well, yes.
And
okay. So
everyone is given their goodbyes, and he begins his teleportation circle.
Does anybody who's staying want a mind blade? Like, does anybody want it or no?
Negative.
We wouldn't have enough time.
How do you make it?
It only Max. It takes like what? Like, does it take an hour? Does it take 10 minutes?
It takes an hour or two.
Oh, so yeah, we don't have an hour or two, right? We have like
Not
5 minutes.
You could request it, but
yeah. So I'd say if anybody wants it,
you don't need to make the mind blade to enthrall somebody.
Is that true?
That is true.
Oh, so
you give a mind blade to someone you have enthralled.
Oh, but I can just bond with them without.
Yes, but it would still take an hour or two. It's all the same cost.
Okay. Then yes, Easgraf, if somebody who's staying at Flashport wants it, could I have an hour or two if they wanted the...
He looks at you and says, I think it's far too risky for anyone to be enthralled. I'm sure you remember that I knew of your story and told you that I would not tell it to you because I was certain that that me telling you would reinvigorate your origins.
That's fair, but now that I'm... so you knew I was secretly evil the whole time?
Yes.
Thank you for trusting in me.
Says, as did I.
Thank you for giving me the benefit of the doubt then.
Remy looks at Gorm and gives him an eyebrow.
Gorm
what did Easgraf say just now?
Gorm says it was not my information to tell, my secret to tell. Also, we could not let it get back to Kargar. Easgraf says, I discussed it the first night when we were deciding whether all of you would be able to join. I did not feel it fair to not tell the Varnermen of what we were allowing in.
But why did you let me in the first place?
We thought, well, those who did, as you recall, you were let in as a group, not one by one.
Yes.
Those who each voted on each individual person had their own motivations.
Okay.
But we decided that your background did not warrant us breaking our method of allowing people to join.
Okay.
I seem to remember you did not get enough votes to be considered someone that would be allowed to join.
No, that is true. I remember that too. Yep.
But your group was allowed in, so we took you with open arms.
Okay.
Hesitant, but open arms.
Thank you for the benefit, then, of the doubt.
All right.
Let's go.
Teleported.
Yep.
And that is where we're going to end tonight.
No.
Okay.
I don't wanna.
Oh, that is definitively the stopping point.
Like pirates.
Do we level up?
I'm not ready to
Give
stop.
me my
though.
fucking with the
I
pirates.
kind of beat 3 bosses today. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
You're right. You should lose 3 levels. I agree.
I also agree.
I mean, if he wants to be nice, he could give us a level, but it doesn't make sense.
No,
for us to
it
get a
doesn't.
level.
It doesn't at all.
At this
I get
point,
that.
you guys are at the point where you will get a level whenever one of the final threats is overcome.
Whenever you
When
beat a
the,
boss or
when the
whatever.
entire Illithid menace is dealt with, you will gain a level.
Yeah.
When Greybeard is dealt with, you will gain a level. When Meganon is dealt with, when the Urigiri Mono is finished,
Yeah.
you will gain a level.
So
Etc., etc.,
we're
etc.
ending at level 17.
There may be a few other levels sprinkled in the middle as I see fit. So, for example, if 2 Illithids go down together in one boss fight, and then there's like one, and then Thekt, the oldest, ends up being like the hardest, most difficult, and it's like split amongst 3 sessions, I might give you 2 levels. Depending on how things go between Greybeard and Zephyr, I might give you 2 levels. Depending on if something else pops up I haven't foreseen, I may give you another level.
Same thing with the Origami. There could be other tough members other than.
I will say that it is a fair assumption to assume that you will end at level 17.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we just run 3 one-shots with these same characters to get us to 20.
Boo, I don't want it to
Yeah.
end. I'll be
One
so
question.
sad when it ends.
Max, you just gotta create. If that's the case, and we end at 17, you just gotta create some kind of epilogue where you fight 3 more bosses. And
Also, Max,
Yes.
My side story.
in the middle of that, I realized that I never set up Lucifer spells.
I know, I saw your message,
At
and I was like, this
point.
fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I'm just a fucking dumbass.